One day in history, someone asked God, give me a home where the buffalo roam, and thus God made McAlester. Hello and welcome to Mike Deak Field in McAlester, Oklahoma. The side of today's the beginning of the last week of the regular season as the McAlester Buffaloes are taking on the Wister Wildcats. This game was originally scheduled to be over in Wister, but has been now moved to Pittsburgh County, where the McAlester Buffaloes will try to get back in the win column. They are losers of 6 in a row and 9 out of their last 11. It has been an up and down year for McAlester. They went 2-7 in their first 9 games, then won 12 of 14, and now have recently lost 9 of their last 11. So they're looking to get back in the win column and get back to playing their best baseball, because they have not been playing their best baseball over the last couple of weeks. So if they can start peaking again at the right time, things could be looking good for McAlester going into next week in the regional tournament. But they have a tall task ahead of them in the Wister Wildcats, 21-3, and the third-ranked team in Class A1 with only 3 losses, two of the 3 to one team that they've already avenged a loss to. So we're going to speak about that a little bit later on, but now let's look at your starting lineups for the Wister Wildcats. Leading it off, the center fielder, number 8, Cord Fenton. Batting second, the third baseman, number 6, Torben Vokey. Batting third, the pitcher, number 5, Darton Meeks. Batting cleanup, the second baseman, number 3, Jagger Dotson. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, number 12, Jaden Byers. He's DHing for the first baseman, number 1, Ethan Thornburg. Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 13, Turner Wooten. Batting seventh, the catcher, number 17, Preston Perez. Batting eighth, the shortstop, number 7, Easton Turnipseed. And batting ninth, playing left field, number 4, Ty Sloan. Now for the Buffaloes, 15-17 on the year. 1 through 9 looks like this. Leading it off, the catcher, number 2, Jackson McKinney. Batting second, the second baseman, number 1, Spencer Stinchcomb. Batting third, the shortstop, number 21, Denver Durant. Batting cleanup, the center fielder, number 11, Gunnar Hodgel. Batting fifth, the first baseman, number 14, Cole Lavis. Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 4, Gavin Brumley. Batting seventh, the third baseman, number 12, Parker Dusenberry. Batting eighth, the left fielder, number 6, Blake Judkins. And batting ninth, the designated hitter, number 17, Blade Smith. He's DHing for the pitcher, number 9, Max Harmon. You're listening to McAlester Baseball here on KNED. I'm your voice of the Buffaloes, Brandon Green, coming to you live on KNED, 1150 AM, 98.3 FM, the KNED app, as well as video streaming on the McAlester Radio YouTube channel. As we're about to have our national anthem, Nate, do you have any final thoughts before we have our first pitch coming up in just a few moments?
Well, this is a very talented Wister team that we've got over here in the first base dugout, or right now standing along the third base line. I'm excited to see what they're going to bring to the table today.
The Wister Wildcats, again, have only lost 3 games so far this season. 2 of them have been to Rattan, and they recently avenged that loss with a 4-2 win over the Rams. So they are playing hot. They are looking to carry that into further into their postseason, as they went down from 2A, where they made it to the state quarterfinals, and they're looking to get back to the state tournament in Class A. So let's send it down to the field for the playing of our nation's anthem. Partner?
Let's baseball.
All right, so the McAlester Buffaloes, for those on radio that are listening while you're maybe driving somewhere, maybe you're listening at work, they're wearing their pinstripe uniforms with their black numerals on the front and back, and McAlester in black across the chest, black caps, gold bills, interlocking MB in gold on the front. For the Wister Wildcats, it looks like they're wearing their gold jerseys with the blue numerals on the front and back, blue caps, gold logo, and white pants for the Wildcats. Again, this game was originally supposed to be played in Wister. It's one of McAlster's last 3 regular season games on the schedule. They play here Then they also play on Friday here. Again, that was originally a road game. That's senior night against the Muskogee Roughers. That'll be at 6 p.m. with all the senior night festivities happening at 5:45. And on the schedule as of right now, according to McAlester Athletics, it'll be McAlester on the road against Oaktahaw for the second time this year. That'll be at noon on Saturday. That's according to McAlester Athletics. Let's look around the diamond for the black and gold. You have Lavis at first, Stinchcomb at second, Durant at short, Dusenberry at third. In the outfield, Judkins in left, Hodgel in center, Brumley in right. In the battery for the Buffaloes, you have Harmon on the mound and McKinney behind the plate. Let's look at Harmon's line so far this season. Max Harmon, he is 3-5, 45 innings pitched, 3.42 ERA, 35 strikeouts, 21 walks, 287 batting average against him, and a first pitch strike percentage of 58%. Last year is what you call a bullpen game, and only 5 innings between these two teams, between Wister and McAlester. We ended up seeing a grand total of 10 pitchers.
So both teams had 5 pitchers.
1 pitcher an inning.
Oh, my goodness.
McAlester lost that game 13-2 in 5 innings and looking to avenge that loss. So the Wildcats 21-3 on the year. We'll talk about their success a little bit later on, but we're about to have first pitch brought to you by Big V Feed Center. See Big V Feed Center in McAlester, Hadco Farm and Ranch in Kiowa, and Shakota Wholesale Feed Company in Shakota for your spring feeding program needs. The lefty Cord Fenton, who was the leadoff batter for the Wildcats last year as well, digs in. He's a lefty against the righty Harmon. Harmon is ready. Fenton is ready. The windup in the first pitch of the afternoon is a swing and a miss for strike one, and it's baseball time in the Heartland. 3:56 first pitch time. We are 4 minutes ahead of schedule today.
Always love that, right?
0-1 pitch. And right on the black again, lower outside corner, called a strike 2. And so far, Harmon living down low, moves the count to 0-2 on Fenton. And the pitch. Tries to bounce it in. Does bounce it in for a ball.
Not a bad 2-strike pitch there.
Absolutely. Fenton in his leadoff at bat against the Buffaloes last year had a double. He went 1 for 4 with an RBI on an RBI walk. 1-2. Waits on it, drives it over to right field. Brumley going towards the alleyway. It's over his head, and I think he's going to start off this game exactly how he started off the last one. It'll be a leadoff double by Cord Fenton. History repeats itself. To bring up to the plate, Torben Vokey. So Harmon got ahead in the count 1-2. And it was a good piece of hitting. He went with the off speed. Fenton laying off on it and was able to drive it against the wind over to the right side. Speaking of the wind, we have 11-mile-per-hour steady winds, around 20-mile-per-hour gusts today, but at times it feels a little bit stronger than that. Under mostly overcast skies, the temperature today should be 78 degrees pretty much for the entirety of today's game. Runner at second for Vokey. First pitch to the righty, misses upstairs for ball 1. So the Wildcats, again, last year in 2A, they finished off their season 23-7 in 2A, and they went down a class, down to Class A. They lost to Preston 4-3 in the state quarterfinals. Next pitch, 1-0 misses high for ball 2. They have gone to 7 out of the last 9 spring state tournaments. They were the 2021 state runner-ups, and they won the 2011 state championship. As we mentioned, their losses have been to Rattan 11-3 and 8-0. So here's the 2-0. And back in the zone goes Harmon, called strike 1. And their other loss was to Red Oak, 6-5. Some notable wins. They beat Oaktahaw, who McAlester lost to earlier in the season, 8-0, and they avenged that loss, those 2 losses to Rattan, beat them 4-2 this last week.
Wow.
2-1. Bounces in. Runner stays put as McKinney quickly gets rid of the helmet and gets it back over to Harmon, and the count goes to 3-1 on Vokey. This past year in 2024, they went to the fall ball state semifinals. They lost to the eventual state champions Wright City 10-2, which we played Wright City last Thursday. It was a 4-0 final score, which McAllister's pitching was fine. It's just been the errors that have hurt the Buffaloes, and we'll get to that point in just a moment. But Wright City also climbed up the Class A standings. 3-1 pitch. Flies it up in the infield. Might be a tough play, though, for Stinchcomb, who makes the play behind a charging Cole Labus at first base. And that's a nice grab for out number 1. Brings to the plate the pitcher, number 5, Darton Meeks. Meeks last year pitched a little bit against McAlester. He's also the shortstop. He went 1 for 2 with an RBI at the plate. Another righty here in the Wildcat lineup. But, yeah, Wright City climbed up from number 2 to number 1 in Class A. And Wister is at number 3, behind Wright City and Dewar.
Right, and we've talked about it before, but classes don't really seem to matter when it comes to baseball.
Not as much as other sports. The runner takes off for third. Pitches a called strike. The throw to third. He got him. You cannot take second on McKinney, and a lot of people will pay for trying to take third, and that's out number 2. Trying to swim around the tag was Cord Fenton.
Now, Brandon, you would think that people would learn you don't run on Jackson McKinney, especially going down to third.
That would be caught stealing number 16 on the year.
That's got to be some kind of record.
Well, we're talking about that as the 0-1. Misses outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike now the count to Darton Meeks. There's no, indication. There's no, record book that I can go to see. The only thing that we have is here's the 1-1. The fastball, again, just missing outside to move the count to 2-1. The only thing that we have is the board that's over here inside the press box. But, again, don't know the last time it was updated.
Right.
But it goes back to about the 1990s. And if you're going based on that record, McKinney has the record by 4 caught stealings.
That's incredible.
As the 2-1 misses low and outside to move the count to 3-1. But, again, I'm sure people have had more since then. But based on what we have, so as of right now, the record.
Yeah.
That's the most.
It's unofficially the record. I'll say that.
Yes. 3-1 pitch. Misses upstairs for ball 4. So Meeks walks to bring up the second baseman, number 3, Jagger Dotson. It's definitely the most that I've seen since I've been calling McAlester baseball, and that's been since 2018.
Yeah, and just a reminder, everyone, he is a freshman.
But McAlester has, as we mentioned right before we had first pitch here, as we have a runner at first base with 2 down. No score in the top of the first for Jagger Dotson. He gets all the way back in the back. We'll continue this thought as Harmon kicks and fires the pitch. Off speed. In there, strike 1. It's not been the Buffaloes pitching that's really been their issue this season. For the Buffaloes, it's been really the fielding. But in this last week, it's just been a storm, a perfect storm of bad things for McAlester offensively and defensively that's led to their woes. As here's a 0-1 that's driven towards center field, hardly having to move is Gunnar Hodgel. We'll get to that point when we head to the bottom of the first inning. McAlester is tied up with the Wister Wildcats after 1/2 inning of play. 0-0. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma, with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
Wow, Nissan has so many models to choose from.
This Pathfinder looks just right.
Wait a second, Maddie, isn't that a family car?
Absolutely.
What? I'm gonna be an aunt?
Come to Fenton Nissan and get a 2025 Pathfinder, and we'll throw in a Fenton family deal this season.
This deal applies even if you're an aunt, uncle, or just you.
And don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya. Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
Welcome back to Mike Deak Field in McAlester, Oklahoma. Brandon Green alongside Nate Brown as we're bringing you the second to last home game on the schedule right now here at Mike Deak Field. McAlester Buffaloes 0, the Wister Wildcats 0 as McAlester will take the bat for the first time today. Jackson McKinney, Spencer Stinchcomb, Denver Durant 1, 2, 3. Let's look around the diamond for Wister. You have Thornburg at first, Dotson at second, Turnip Seed at short, Vokey at third, in the outfield Sloan in left, Fenton in center, Wooten in right, and the battery for the Wildcats, Perez behind the plate, and Darton Meeks on the mound. McAlester saw Meeks for an inning last year. It was part of the 5-pitcher, 5-inning run rule that the Wister Wildcats had over the McAlester Buffaloes. And, a lot of success for Meeks as well as the entirety of that Wildcat defense and pitching staff. First pitch to Jackson McKinney. Will miss low and get to the backstop for ball one. I'll say already, though, I've been able to watch a little bit of the video stream. It's over here to my right on like a 30-second delay.
Uh-huh.
That wind is howling.
Yeah, if y'all are watching the video stream, y'all saw the camera go up for just a minute.
1-0. It's chopped down the third baseline. Nice backhand by Vokey. Goes across the diamond. Needs a pick and gets it. Beautiful on both sides of the diamond. Thornburg picking up Vokey. It's a 5-3 ground out. Nice snag on the backhand from Vokey. Brings up Spencer Stinchcomb. But McAlester, just the last 6 games compared to what they've been for the rest of the season here, it's just they're not playing their best ball when they need to be playing it. Now, the good thing is McAlester has not had any district games since Tuesday. There's a curveball that catches the outside corner for strike one to Stinchcomb. And they don't have any more games that matter for your postseason life until next week. So you have some time to be able to figure it out, as the 0-1 curveball misses low and outside. But this is where their problem is offensively. We'll talk about their defensive woes in the next inning. But last week in their 6 games, or rather 5 games, they batted 193. And on the season, when you include those 5 games, they're batting 295. So they were above 300 before this last week. But they're also, their batting average with runners in scoring is 182 compared to 279 on the season. Here's the 1-1 that misses low for ball 2. So this has been a streaky team. When they've been bad, they've been rough. But then when also you played really well, 12 of 14.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen some really great moments from this team.
Here's the 2-1 from Meeks. That one's in there with a fastball to move the count to even at 2-2. The thing for McAlester, though, is can they get past this little rough stretch they've had, the losses of 9 of their last 11, and peak again when they get to next week over in Tulsa? 2-2 curveball, full. Stinchcomb tried to foul it off at the last second, and it's fouled back into the mid of Perez for strike 3 and out number 2. Because if I guess just, what is the word? If trends continue, McAllister's due to break out of this collective slump that they've been in. Denver Durant digs into the box. 2 up, 2 down so far in the bottom of the first with no score. Meeks fires to Durant. A first pitch off speed that fills the zone for strike 1. Nobody on, 2 down. Durant on the season batting .333 as this one misses for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Durant in that little round robin event that we had over in Broken Bow went 1 for 5 on the day. As this one misses up and outside for ball 2. Looked like he had the game-winning hit there for a little while, but Broken Bow was able to come back and tie it, send it to extra innings, and then beat McAlester in the bottom of the 8th. 2-1. Fly down the right field line. This one will go way foul. The count moves to even now at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Deuce is wild up on the scoreboard. Sophomore digs back in. Meeks winds and fires as that 2-2 bounces into the catcher, Perez, and the count runs full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. I will say, although the Wildcats held McAlester to just 2 hits last year in their 13-2 win, they did give up 4 free passes. And right now, Durant 1 pitch away from maybe getting 1 here. Payoff is popped up, though. Sky high, right center field. High enough for Finn to go after it in the alleyway. He strolls over and makes the catch for out number 3. So it's 3 up, 3 down for the Buffaloes as we now head to the top of the second inning with no score. It'll be the 5, 6, 7 hole batters up with the Wildcats, Byers, Wooten, and Perez when we return on KNED.
Big John's Auto Repair is here to help. We'll fix it right. We offer diagnostics, AC servicing, and engine repair. We make car trouble vanish like magic. We can prevent breakdowns and keep your car moving with regular maintenance. Same great service and friendly faces. Stop in today for all your car repair needs. Big John's Auto Repair, located at 325 Northeast Electric in Krebs.
So, checking accounts. There seems like a ton to choose from, right? I was looking for one that didn't charge monthly fees, with bounce protection, and had mobile banking. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. The bonus is that they're local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in checking options. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs. Whether residential or commercial, First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. We update our listings daily. And don't forget, if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. If you have questions, give us a call at 918-423-3122.
Ready for a home run in comfort? Freeze and Flare Heat and Air LLC is always ready to step up to the plate. Whether it's beating the summer heat or staying warm through the winter chill, they're your go-to team for fast, reliable HVAC service. From quick repairs to expert installations, they ensure your home stays comfortable year-round. Don't despair or let your comfort sit on the bench. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air and keep your home out of the trench. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 0014445. And with our convenient online booking, it's never been easier to get the comfort you deserve.
Top of the second inning, no score between the Wildcats of Wister and the Buffaloes of McAlester here at Mike Deak Field. Now a home game that began at 3:56 as Harmon's trying to get his signs here from Jackson McKinney. Looks like it now comes in from the third base dugout. Here's the first pitch of the second. Curveball that misses upstairs for ball one to Jaden Byers, the DH number 12. Next pitch misses for ball two. 2 balls, no strikes, as Harmon trying to work himself back into the count. Start off the top of the second inning. Wind up from the senior in the 2-0 pitch. This one's lined towards center field. Again, Hodgel now on his horse going backwards. He'll get over his head. Had a late break towards the ball. It'll hit off the batter's eye in center field. And it's another leadoff double for the Wildcats. They had one from Cord Fenton. He was thrown out over trying to take third base. Brings up the right fielder, number 13, Turner Wooten.
We'll see if Wister continues that aggressive strategy or if they'll maybe play it a little more conservative after the double.
Now, we do have Buffalo Roll Call. Let us know where you're listening from or watching from on Twitter at Buff Sports Radio, as we have Brian Hodgel tuning in from Arizona. So let's go Buffs, get the W. If you're at work today, or maybe you're even a Wister fan having the listener watch from home, let us know where you're watching from and give your team a shout out here. You can let us know either on Twitter or X or whatever you call it. Or
It's Twitter.
It is Twitter. Or you can go over to Facebook at facebook.com/McAlester Radio and comment underneath our latest post. First pitch to the new batter. Fastball missing up high to Turner Wooten, the right fielder, number 13. Wooten batted out of the 3-hole last year against McAlester. He went 1 for 3 with an RBI, singled, grounded out to third, flew out to center, and had an RBI walk. Runner at second, nobody out. Next pitch, curveball, line towards left field. Coming in as Judkins slides and makes the catch on a knee for out number 1. Wildcats barreling up the ball so far, but it's not led to any runs yet. Preston Perez now up at the plate.
Stepping into the box, number 17, catcher Preston Perez.
McAllister's regional, as we're going to mention here, they're going to be going over to Tulsa to take on Bishop Kelly. We do not know for absolute certain yet if it'll be Edison or Midwest City. Okay. Edison is the favorite to go, as here's a pitch that misses upstairs for ball 1 to Perez. They don't make up their game until the 30th, which is Wednesday.
Right.
And Edison has to beat Midwest City by more than 6 to not go to the Bishop Kelly regional.
Okay.
Which is not favored to happen.
Yeah.
1-0 pitch. Ground ball right back over to Harmon. Harmon will field it. Fire over to first. That's his only play. Makes the grab over at first by Labus for out number 2. Runner advances to third to bring up Easton Turnipseed, the shortstop, with a chance to be able to bring in a Wildcat here.
And you were talking about the regional. I feel like that's the more favorable matchup if Edison does come to the Bishop Kelly Regional.
I agree. McAllister's already played Midwest City once this year. Midwest City beat McAllister 6-5 over in the 5A shootout. Back to the windup against the lefty Turnipseed that misses up high with the fastball for ball 1. And so far, Harmon has been missing up. Just everything's been up, and that's why when he's gotten back into the zone, they have been letter-high fastballs or breaking balls to be able to be good pitches to drive. So here's one that's driven down the left field line but foul. Counts now even at 1-1. So the Buffaloes are able to keep a runner from scoring, a couple of runners from scoring back in the top of the first, looking to keep that runner stranded at third base. 1-1. Right where you want to live. That's strike 2.
Yeah, and any hitter isn't doing much with that location.
Lower outer half
Yeah.
And that moved the count now to 1-2. Against a lefty turnip seed, wide stance at the box. The pitch bounces in, and the count now evens up at 2-2. So turnip seed pretty close to crowding the plate real quick, and his front foot with a closed stance nearly right on top of that line, it looks like. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Harmon. Goes after one low. Grounder to the second baseman, Stinchcomb. Flips to first quickly in time for out number 3. Nice job by Harmon to work around the leadoff double, and we're still scoreless as we head to the bottom of the second inning. You're listening to McAlester Baseball with the middle of the order coming up for the Buffaloes, Hodgel, Lavis, and Brumley on KNED.
Shopping for furniture should never be a hassle. And at Tannehill Furniture and Mattress, we agree. So we will continue to offer unmatched customer service as we have for over 34 years. Stop by today and experience our store-wide savings. We offer 12 months interest-free financing or no credit needed. Tannehill Furniture and Mattress, 5 South 5th Street in McAlester. Celebrating 10 years of excellence. JP All-American Outdoor Contracting and Construction is your trusted partner for expert tree removal, high-end fences, decks, and custom construction. Serving Oklahoma with quality, safety, and reliability. We're here to transform your property. From emergency tree services to dream builds, we do it all. Call today for a free consultation and experience the difference. 910-568-8770.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Walters Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Walters Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
Just like last year, we ended up having 10 pitchers in 5 innings, 5 for McAlester and 5 for Wister. We're already having our first call at the bullpen. This pitching change brought to you by Barlow Built Performance and Automotive, your full-service automotive and transmission repair shop. 2201 North Main Street, McAlester, open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 918-318-0323. And I got to give a shout-out to Matt Juckins while I can, because he is giving some awesome tunes. And Mr. Stevie Ray Vaughan, R.I.P., as he had it over the sound system there. But now pitching for the Wister Wildcats is Torben Vokey. He was the third baseman, moves over to the mound, and from the mound over to third base goes Darton Meeks. So again, they have some playoff games are happening later on this week for the Wister Wildcats that we'll get to in a moment. So they are not wanting to use all of their pitching, kind of break them apart. It's almost like a bullpen session for the Wildcats, and that's kind of what's happening for the Buffaloes as well, as Brody Parker is going down to the bullpen to warm up for McAlester as well. So the first pitch is in there on a curveball to Gunnar Hodgel for strike 1.
And Wister will be playing drum right on Thursday at 11 a.m. for their regional.
Here's the 0-1. That bounces into the catcher, Perez, for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Vokey, a right-handed pitcher against the righty Hodgel. Yeah, drum right, they ended up beating out Savannah, local team Savannah, to be able to get to the regional tournament. Here's the 1-1, missing outside for ball 2. So Wister will be trying to punch their ticket to the state tournament this week.
And they will be hosting, of course.
2-1 pitch misses, and the count runs to a hitter's count for Hodgel at 3 balls, 1 strike. Hodgel on the season batting .324. Still a team-leading .478 on-base percentage. 3-1 pitch. Pops his one up and out of play, and the count now moves to 3-2. He has 2 home runs, one of them here off the scoreboard at Mike Deak Field. If I'm not mistaken, hit that one in the Mike Deak shootout against Antlers. Payoff pitch, misses upstairs, and that is one of the reasons, if not the reason, why he is the team leader in OBP. He's able to work walks, his 17th of the season, which is, I think, tied for the team lead right there with Cole Labus, who walked four times over the last 2 games over in Broken Bow. Walked 4 times in 2 games.
That's not something you see very often.
And now Labus is over at the plate. Hodgel at first base. Big lead. First pitch. Shows a bunt. Labus is able to get it down and rides the first base line. They'll let it roll, and it rolls foul. Nice attempt, though, from Labus.
I mean, did everything that you needed to. Maybe just hit it a little bit softer, but outside of that, not much more you could have done there.
Labus batting .364 on the season, .480 on base percentage. McAlester, despite their recent struggles at the plate, still have 4 batters batting above .300. 1 batter above 4. Hodgel returns back to first base. Sun's starting to shine now on Mike Deak Field. Here's the 0-1. Bunt is going to be lined back to the pitcher. That's dropped. They'll now throw to second base to get the force out. There'll be no throw over to first. Easy line drive that was dropped by Vokey. They still get the lead out, as the sac bunt is unsuccessful from Labus.
That's just some bad luck.
I don't know which one you'd rather prefer there. I think that Hodgel probably would have gotten back over to first base when he read the bunt that was high in the air.
Yeah, I mean, he hadn't taken too many steps away from first, so I think he would have gotten back.
First pitch to Gavin Brumley is fouled back for strike 1. Brumley is the other batter who had more than 1 hit in 2 games back on Friday over in Broken Bow. McKinney went 4 for 10, and Brumley went 2 for 5. But that's just going back to McAlester struggling to get bunts down, and this is another reason why they're working on it right now, too. Obviously, you want to get the lead run into scoring position, too. So here's the 0-1 that swung on and missed for strike 2. Kind of goes to 0-2. But the Buffaloes, they've only laid down 5 sack bunts this entire season. So count 0-2. 1 down, runner at first base. Looking for the strikeout is Vokey, who made a fine play at third base in the last inning. 0-2. Misses upstairs for ball 1. Labus also could take off for second. He does have 16 stolen bases, which is tied for the team lead. Has been caught stealing once. Here's the 1-2. Takes off for second. Swing and a miss for strike 3. The throw down to second base is in time. They got him to strike him out, throw him out. And it was an awkward slide from Labus at second base. But they were able to get the strike him out, throw him out for the essential double plays. We played 2 full innings. The McAlester Buffaloes still tied up with the Wister Wildcats heading to the top of the third. 0-0 here on KNED.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma, with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
Wow, Nissan has so many models to choose from.
This Pathfinder looks just right.
Wait a second, Maddie, isn't that a family car?
Absolutely.
What? I'm gonna be an aunt?
Come to Fenton Nissan and get a 2025 Pathfinder, and we'll throw in a Fenton family deal this season.
This deal applies even if you're an aunt, uncle, or just you.
And don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya. Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
Big John's Auto Repair is here to help. We'll fix it right. We offer diagnostics, AC servicing, and engine repair. We make car trouble vanish like magic. We can prevent breakdowns and keep your car moving with regular maintenance. Same great service and friendly faces. Stop in today for all your car repair needs. Big John's Auto Repair, located at 325 Northeast Electric in Krebs.
So, checking accounts. There seems like a ton to choose from, right? I was looking for one that didn't charge monthly fees, with bounce protection, and had mobile banking. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. The bonus is that they're local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in checking options. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back to McAlester, Oklahoma. The McAlester Buffaloes 0, the Wister Wildcats 0, and we have a new pitcher for the Buffaloes. It's Brody Parker. This called the bullpen, brought to you by Barlow Built Performance and Automotive, your full-service automotive and transmission repair shop. 2201 North Main Street, McAlester, open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 918-318-0323. And like last year, where we had 10 pitchers in 5 innings between the two teams, Parker is our fourth pitcher here, so we're about to begin the top of the third. The Wildcats have worked 2, Darton Meeks and Torben Vokey, and Buffaloes Max Harmon and now Brody Parker. We'll go over his line here in just a moment. Here's the 9-hole batter, Ty Sloan. Now watch a first pitch fastball in there for strike 1. Parker has a 3-3 record, 34 in a third innings pitched, 2.85 ERA, which is the best on the team. Again, these are all also unofficial stats. 42 strikeouts to 15 walks, 42 strikeouts highest on the team, as this one misses down low for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Batting average against him of .227, which is second best on the team behind Lucas Johns. So here's the 1-1 pitch. Curveball in there, strike 2. Count moves to 1-2.
It was a beautiful curveball, maybe a little bit high, but...
And the first pitch strike percentage for him, 59%. Count moves to 1-2. Parker looking to start off his day with a K against Ty Sloan. 1-2 pitch to the righty. Fastball misses low inside. Nice location to try to get the swing and a miss. Count moves to even at 2-2. Sloan last year against McAlester went 1 for 2 with an RBI single in his final at bat. He walked twice. 2-2. Curveball that will miss outside this time. Maybe a tad high as well. And the count is now full at 3-2.
Yeah, that one looked like it broke just a little bit above the letters.
Count full. Parker looking to win the battle. Takes a deep breath. The windup from the freshman and the pitch. Bounces into McKinney and he loses the batter. A walk to Ty Sloan brings up the top of the order and Cord Fenton, who doubled off of the, I believe, the right center wall back in the opening frame. For Parker, for all intents and purposes, I think he pitched actually a really good game against Pryor. He was able to find his location. He didn't walk a whole lot of batters. He was able to let his defense work. McAlester had just 2 errors in that game. But I think one of the errors led to an extension of an inning.
Yeah.
Hurt McAlester in the end. First pitch, we fouled off and out play towards the walking track, and we're not responsible for anyone that might get struck by balls. You know what you signed up for walking around the Mike Deak track. Count goes to 0-1. It's the same reason if you go driving by American Legion Park over in Claremore.
They are not responsible.
I wonder how many people speed through that little intersection so that they don't get their car struck by baseballs.
I mean, I may not speed, but I might drive a little bit faster than I normally would through that intersection.
0-1 from Parker is lined towards center field, coming into the left center alleyways. Hodgel now on his horse is able to make a tumbling catch in left center field. Fighting the sun and a little bit of the wind blowing out that way. He makes another nice web gem out in left center field to be able to get out number 1.
Man, he just doesn't know how to not make a play look good out there.
The thing is, he didn't see the ball well at first, and then he saw the wind start to take it in the stream as well, that jet stream. And fighting the sun, I can even see the glare from his sunglasses.
Yeah.
He's able to make the catch that way. That brings up Torben Vokey, who flew out to the second baseman Stinchcombe right behind first base area. Pick off to first base. And just getting back in safely is Ty Sloan. Sloan out of the 9 spot. Don't be surprised if he tries taking off for second at any given moment. But since McKinney's already gunned down 1 runner, Wildcats may be looking to play it a little bit more conservatively. We'll find out. Playing in at third base is Dusenberry. First pitch. Missing low. Ball 1. Snap throw over to first base. Back in standing is Sloan. Sun trying to peek on through here. This game working like a tune-up game for both of our teams, obviously. In a game that you are, do or die, got to win it, as a 1-0 is going to miss outside for ball 2. In a do or die game, got to win it. Obviously, you wouldn't have sat Darton Meeks.
Right.
Max Harmon would still be pitching, but this is almost, in a way, working like a bullpen for a lot of these pitchers. So they can get their work in, get ready for the next game that they have coming up, getting ready for the playoffs, tuning themselves up. And that's why Harmon didn't go his full pitch count despite, no runs in 2 innings. Same way for Darton Meeks, who's to pick off the first, not in time. Darden Meeks worked a wonderful 1-2-3 inning, and Torben Vokey, he may not come out in the third inning.
Right.
So it's just a tune-up to be able to get themselves some live action.
I will say I do wish we had a view into the visiting bullpen.
2-0 misses up high, and the count now moves to 3-0. Yeah, but if we had like a hole in the wall or whatever over
if we just had like a window over there.
Well, then I'm sure that skunk that made its way over here in the 5A shootout would have found its way into the press box.
Well, that's why it's a window. I don't think a skunk can break out a window.
You'd be surprised. 3-0. And it's a 4-pitch walk here to Torben Vokey. Barker hasn't had a lot of walks this season. Like you said, his strikeout to walk ratio is pretty significant. 42 strikeouts now to 17 walks in the season. Coming into today, he had a 2.8 strikeout to walk ratio, which is tied up there with Denver Durant, who, in my opinion, came off his best outing of the season against Broken Bow.
Yeah.
No earned runs in just about 2 innings, a little over 2 innings of work. Runners at first and second, one down. First pitch, did he go around? Checks. It will appeal to the field umpire, who says he did not swing, which is pretty close.
I thought he did. But
I thought he did it as well from our vantage point. Again, for those that are not used to us calling games, we're along the first base line.
Yeah.
So we get a pretty good angle there. Of course, the field umpire doesn't have as good of an angle as we do. Meeks walked in his first plate appearance. 1-0 pitch. And Parker struggling to find the zone right now. 2 balls, no strikes. But walks has not been Parker's issue. It's been getting some help, and that brings us into that point I've been trying to make for a little while. He's given up 31 runs this year, but 14 of them have been earned.
Man.
2-0 pitch. Low and inside, ball 3. In fact, McAlester unofficially had 16 errors last week in 5 games. That's 3.2 errors a game. Coming into last week, the Buffaloes were only averaging 2.4 errors a game, so it was nearly an error more. 3-0, and it's a 4-pitch walk to Meeks. Just struggling on the mound right now is Brody Parker.
That's
and
back-to-back 4-pitch walks.
And going out to speak with Parker will be McKinney and also Coach Meadows as he'll make his way across that third base line. Bases will be loaded for the Wildcats with 1 down in the top of the third inning for Jagger Dotson when we return. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs. Whether residential or commercial, First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. We update our listings daily. And don't forget, if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. If you have questions, give us a call at 918-423-3122.
So a mound visit here for Coach Meadows with his battery. Brody Parker has walked the bases loaded. It was a leadoff walk to Sloan, a line out to center field, and back-to-back walks to Vokey and Meeks on 8 pitches in a row. So Parker trying to find his way back into the zone. Faced Jagger Dotson, who lined out to center field, struck a ball well. Wister tied up with the Buffaloes 0-0. They're looking to strike first here. With some wind blowing out to left center field, howling, I might add. Cleanup hitter Jagger Dotson digs into the plate. First pitch. Fastball misses up and inside, and it's 9 consecutive balls from Parker. I might be completely wrong, but Jagger Dotson, that name sounds like really familiar. He did not. It was not Wister's last name. He might have been from Poto.
I can see if I can find something for you.
Here's the 1-0 pitch to Dotson. As he misses down low, 10 in a row now from Parker. 2 balls, no strikes. By the way, Caleb Saboni tuning in says, listening, I'll keep who I'm rooting for to myself. He's got he's had a pretty big ties to Wister.
You are exactly right. He was from Poto.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I thought. 2-0 pitch. And that's 11. Misses high. And right now you got to get a strike so you can just get that out of your head, because I tell you, no one else is keeping up with that number as much as he is right now on the mound. 3 balls, no strikes to Jagger Dotson. He comes set, bases juice, 3-0 pitch on the way with 1 down. And he 4-pitch walked him again. That's 12 in a row. 12 balls in a row from Brody Parker. Walks in a run, and that brings up Jaden Byers. And Saboni, tuning in as well, says one of the toughest kids he's ever been around in Jagger Dotson. Yes, he is from Poto. And that's what I thought, because I called his games before.
Yeah, he played football for Poto.
That's what I thought. And he played baseball, too.
Yeah.
I just haven't called a McAlester Poto baseball game, I feel like, in a little while. And telling him to hurry, Grant Mullins making his way to the bullpen. Parker, haven't seen this from him all season long. 12 consecutive balls. Brings up Jaden Byers, who doubled in his first at-bat. Wister leads 1-0. First pitch, curveball, way outside, ball 1. Some days it's your day and sometimes it's not. And so far, Parker, who has the stuff, just trying to find the zone right now. Comes set. 1-0 pitch. Misses up high. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes, as Hagan Mullins is trying to quickly work with Trevin Simons over in the bullpen to get warmed up. Count at 2-0. (2-0) from Parker. Misses up high and inside for ball 3. If I'm Parker, I'm trying to get out of the stretch. You have the bases loaded. I would go to the windup right now.
Yeah.
Do something to get yourself out of that groove that you've been in. Said 15 straight balls. Going back to the stretch will be Parker. He comes set with 1 down. Wister leading 1-0. And the 3-0 again. And he gets the strike. Borderline, but a called strike, and it breaks that stretch of 15 balls. And sometimes you just need that one. Can Parker make it into 2 strikes in a row to work all the way back against Jaden Byers? 3-1 pitch. Yes, he can. It's fouled back. And sometimes you just need that one pitch.
Yeah.
Because until you do, that mound is the loneliest place on earth, I'll tell you that. Count moves to full at 3-2. So Byers is able to foul that one off. Parker looking to find something here. Slightly open stance for the righty Byers. And the 3-2 pitch is driven towards deep left field. Judkins on the run. It will hop off the bottom of the wall. 2 runs are going to score. Judkins gets it into the cutoff man, Denver Durant. And he'll fire to third baseman Duesenberry, but not nearly in time. It's a 2 RBI double by Jaden Byers. And the Wildcats now up 3-0 on the Buffaloes. Top of the 3rd.
I mean, you got the ball in the zone. You got it right where you wanted on a 3-2 pitch. Again, just a good piece of hitting there.
You know, my opinion doesn't mean anything here as we have Turner Wooten that comes up, but the Wildcats were a 2A threat as we're about to have, it looks like Grant Mullins make his way onto the mound. The Wildcats were a 2A threat for the state title last year. They bumped them down to Class A, and I think that Wright City, even though Wright City, you know, beat them out in the fall ball, I think Wright City, in my opinion, is the team that you should look to win the whole thing. Is they're ranked number 1 in Class A1.
Mm-hmm.
Wister's not too far behind.
No, that's going to be a great, more than likely championship game.
Again, they're showing off the bat so far. They've been able to have a pair of doubles. Actually, all their hits have been extra base hits. And now it will be Grant Mullins making his way to the mound to relieve Brody Parker. Runners at second and third with 1 down, top of the 3rd inning. Take a new pitcher when we return on KNED.
Ready for a home run and comfort? Freeze and Flare Heat and Air LLC is always ready to step up to the plate. Whether it's beating the summer heat or staying warm through the winter chill, they're your go-to team for fast, reliable HVAC service. From quick repairs to expert installations, they ensure your home stays comfortable year-round. Don't despair or let your comfort sit on the bench. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air and keep your home out of the trench. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 0014445. And with our convenient online booking, it's never been easier to get the comfort you deserve. Shopping for furniture should never be a hassle. And at Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress, we agree. So we will continue to offer unmatched customer service as we have for over 34 years. Stop by today and experience our store-wide savings. We offer 12 months interest-free financing or no credit needed. Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress, 5 South 5th Street in McAlester. Celebrating 10 years of excellence. JP All-American Outdoor Contracting and Construction is your trusted partner for expert tree removal, high-end fences, decks, and custom construction. Serving Oklahoma with quality, safety, and reliability. We're here to transform your property. From emergency tree services to dream builds, we do it all. Call today for a free consultation and experience the difference. 910-568-8770.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Walters Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Walters Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
We're back in Mac as the McAlester Buffaloes down 3-0 to the Wister Wildcats. And coming in the top of the 3rd inning, having runners at 2nd and 3rd and 1 down, is Grant Mullins. This call to the bullpen brought to you by Barlow Built Performance and Automotive, your full-service automotive and transmission repair shop, 2201 North Main Street, McAlester. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 918-318-0323. We'll go over Mullins' line on the season in a moment. He will be greeted by Turner Wooten. As the first pitch is swung on and missed on the high fastball for strike 1 as Wooten was looking for the gravel parking lot behind the left field wall. Strike 1. Again, runners at 2nd and 3rd. Infield is in on the infield turf. The 0-1 will be fouled off, and the count now moves now to 0-2 on Wooten. Mullins' line this year, 4-1 record, 25 2/3 innings pitched, 5.45 ERA, 10 strikeouts to 13 walks, and a .276 batting average against him. Those, of course, stats are unofficial. 0-2 pitch. It's fouled off, and staying alive is Wooten. And a 61% first pitch strike percentage is best for 2nd on the team.
It's not too bad right there.
Especially for another freshman pitcher for the Buffaloes. 0-2 pitch. Curveball. That's a nice 2-strike pitch. It barely gets by McKinney, but not far enough to be able to score the run from 3rd. Count now to 1-2. And the Buffaloes had a little bit of a freshman wave on Friday in their 7 o'clock first pitch time against Batiste. They started 5 freshmen in that game.
Oh, wow.
1-2 pitch. Chopper, third base side, grabbing it foul is Dusenberry. And we'll do it again at 1-2. But yeah, the Buffaloes, if I'm not mistaken, had catcher, pitcher, third base, second base, and left field freshman on Friday against Batiste. 1-2 pitch. That one misses upstairs, eye level. Count evens up 2-2 now on Wooten. Getting lined out to left field. Was about just a couple of feet away from dropping it in front of Blake Judkins. 2-2 pitch. Waits on it and fouls this one off. Count will again be at 2-2.
And you remember to move your truck, right?
Who cares at this point? No, I'm kidding. Yes, I moved my truck. I did move my truck. 2-2 pitch. Still fouling it off. Battling is Turner Wooten. And Wooten, out of the 3-hole last year, 1 for 3 with that RBI walk. He did have a single and grounded out to 3rd and flew out to center field. All the way back in the box, out of the windup with runners at 2nd and 3rd is Mullins. Will do it again. And he hits him right between the 1 and the 3, maybe a little bit below as he grabs his back, lower back. And the hit by pitch to Wooten loads the bases again. I believe that's it. I was wrong on that, but that's another hit by pitch. First one of the day for the Buffs. Brings up Preston Perez. Perez grounded out to the pitcher Harmon at the time. Buffaloes down 3-0, top of the 3rd, 1 down. First pitch, outer half, fastball, strike 1. So Mullins getting right back into the zone. Quickly works the 0-1. And he chases a... Is that a foul ball? No, it's not a foul ball. Just got past McKinney. For strike 2, runner did not take off from 3rd base. I think I was trying to figure out if that was a foul ball or not. Count now moves to 0-2.
Okay, I was going to say, I thought I had that right, but scoreboard threw me off for a second. They had it 1-1.
Mullins looking for a strikeout. 0-2 pitch. Curveball, swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him on the bender. It's a big out, number 2 for the Buffaloes, and now the infield can go back a little bit. Corner infielders can take a step back as well. Don't have to worry about going home first. Brings up Easton Turnipseed, who grounded out to the second baseman, Spencer Stinchcomb. All hits for the Wildcats have been extra bases so far. Here's a ground ball to the left side, deep into the hole. Bobbling it is Durant, and there's no play anywhere. I'll go down as an E6, and a run scored to make it 4-0. Bring up Ty Sloan, and the inning will continue. So Wildcats tack on another.
And that was a bit of a tough play, ranging to his left, but that is a play that most people would need to make.
First pitch is popped up in the infield. Second chance here for Durant. They'll go back into the shorter side of the center field area and make the catch for out number 3. We'll leave the bases loaded for the Wildcats, but not before they score 4 runs in the top of the 3rd inning to take that 4-0 run over the Buffaloes. We head to the home half of the inning. Up to the plate will be the 7, 8, 9 batters, Duesenberry, Judkins, and Smith when we return on KNED.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
Wow, Nissan has so many models to choose from.
This Pathfinder looks just right.
Wait a second, Maddie, isn't that a family car?
Absolutely.
What? I'm gonna be an aunt?
Come to Fenton Nissan and get a 2025 Pathfinder, and we'll throw in a Fenton family deal this season.
This deal applies even if you're an aunt, uncle, or just you.
And don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya. Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
Big John's Auto Repair is here to help. We'll fix it right. We offer diagnostics, AC servicing, and engine repair. We make car trouble vanish like magic. We can prevent breakdowns and keep your car moving with regular maintenance. Same great service and friendly faces. Stop in today for all your car repair needs. Big John's Auto Repair, located at 325 Northeast Electric in Krebs.
So, checking accounts. There seems like a ton to choose from, right? I was looking for one that didn't charge monthly fees, with bounce protection, and had mobile banking. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. The bonus is that they're local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in checking options. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back to this non-district matchup between the Wister Wildcats and the McAlester Buffaloes. Buffaloes down 4-0 to the Wildcats, and we have a new pitcher. Third pitcher in 3 innings for Wister. This call of the bullpen brought to you by Barlow Built Performance and Automotive, your full-service automotive and transmission repair shop. 2201 North Main Street, McAlester, open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 918-318-0323. Now on the mound, the righty, Ethan Turnipseed. So this is what has changed defensively. We have had Vokey go back to third. Meeks has moved his way from third to short. From short to the mound, Ethan Turnipseed. The Buffaloes gave up 4 runs in the top of the 3rd inning, looking to break into that deficit. Parker Duesenberry leading things off for McAlester out the 7th spot, followed by Blake Judkins and Blade Smith. All righty, 7, 8, 9, and righty on the mound, and Turnipseed first pitch. This is outside for ball 1. At first I thought, people probably thought I was just going to say, all righty then. Go all Ace Ventura. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That bounces in. Count moves to 2-0.
I thought it for a second.
I didn't really notice it until I said all righty lineup. Or are you ready, kids? And almost said it in that kind of SpongeBob tune. 2-0 pitch. That one's low for ball 3. McAllister's only had 1 base runner so far. It was a walk to Gunnar Hodgel. Looking for a second here. 3-0 pitch from Turnipseed. And it's a 4-pitch walk to Parker Duesenberry. So McAlester gets a leadoff base runner on 4 pitches. To bring up Blake Judkins. And immediately after the 4-pitch walk, we're going to have Coach Ryan Tucker go speak with his pitcher. We'll take a 30-second break and return. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs. Whether residential or commercial, First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. We update our listings daily. And don't forget, if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. If you have questions, give us a call at 918-423-3122.
So under a 4-pitch walk to begin the inning, Coach Tucker went to go speak with his pitcher, Ethan Turnipseed. Showing bunt is Judkins. Here's the pickoff to first base. Back in safely sliding is Dusenberry. Dusenberry always a threat to steal, too. He has 12 stolen bases on the year. Up there for, I believe, top 5 on the team. Showing bunt is Judkins again. Here's the pitch. Pulling it back. Missing outside. Ball 1. So Buffaloes had some struggles with the free passes back in the top half of the inning. It's been 5 straight balls from Ethan Turnipseed so far in the bottom of the 4th. So sorry, bottom of the 3rd. I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit. Showing bunt again, Judkins. And the pitch. Misses low and outside. Ball 2. Snap throw to first base, and it gets past the first baseman, Thornburg. Making his way to second is Dusenberry. There's the throw, and in there safely is Dusenberry. So that'll be the first error of the day on the Wister Wildcats. And thank goodness Caleb Saboni is tuning in. He says Easton Turnipseed. So it's not Ethan, it's Easton. Thank you, because on OSSAA rankings, it had it as Ethan. We didn't get first names on the lineup, so we had to result over to the OSSAA rankings. Now the bunt is off, and the pitch is low from Turnipseed, and the count moves to 3-0. Three balls, no strikes to Judkins. And the pitch. Now it bounces in, and it's 8 consecutive balls to begin his outing for Turnipseed. And that'll put runners at first and second with nobody out for Blade Smith. Smith on the season, this will be his 10th at-bat. So if you're wanting to go based on the at-bats that he's had, he's gone 4 for 9 this year. If you want to put that into a percentage, 444. He's made the most out of the chances that he's gotten for the season. 3 RBI and a walk. Went 1 for 4 on Friday over in Broken Bow. As this pitch barely gets out of the glove, the catcher throw over to third base, not in time. Nice read by Dusenberry, taking third, and right behind him in his footsteps is Blake Judkins, as that's ball 1. Turnipseed still looking for that first strike.
Now Blade Smith with the prime opportunity to get potentially 2 runners home and cut this deficit in half.
Next pitch misses outside, ball 2. And just like it was with Brody Parker, that umpire wants to call a strike for these pitchers. He wants to get them back into a rhythm.
Right.
And you can kind of tell by the body language there, as that one misses outside and low for ball 3. And now Turnipseed just throwing a little bit harder because he's frustrated with himself here. Same rule applies. When you're struggling, that mound is the loneliest place on the diamond. 3-0 pitch from Turnipseed. Out of the windup, and he misses low and outside for ball 4. So it's 12 consecutive balls to be able to begin this outing, and now load the bases for the Buffaloes for the top of the order, too. This base is loaded alert, brought to you by Pop's Kettle Corn in Old Town. Choose your flavor of kettle corn at Pop's Kettle Corn in Old Town. And looking for the big pop is Jackson McKinney, who batted 402 games, was the team leader in hits by a wide margin over on Friday.
This be a great time for a first career home run.
First pitch is in there. Outside corner, strike 1. That breaks up that 12-ball streak. So McKinney sees an outside fastball for strike 1. Turnipseed winds and deals. This is popped up in the infield. If it's fair, it's an infield fly. It is fair. Everyone's out. Or rather, McKinney's out. Everyone's safe over around the diamonds.
Man,
no one moves.
That'd be one
terrible rule.
Yeah.
Brings up Spencer Stinchcomb. Popped it straight up the chute, and taking it himself was Turnipseed. Buffalo's best opportunity by far up to this point to get on the board. Stinchcomb struck out on a foul ball back into the glove of the catcher in his first at bat. First pitch outer half, strike 1 called to Stinchcomb. We went 1 for 6 with an RBI against the Broken Bow Savages / the Batiste Panthers on Friday. On the season, batting .290. This one bounces in and a nice backhand to stop by Perez sliding over. Again, a pass ball does not guarantee a run here at Mike Deak Field. If it does get to the backstop, short backstop doesn't mean that Duesenberry is going to automatically score like if you were over in Pryor. 1-1 pitch to Stinchcomb. Misses low and outside. That's where Turnip Seed's been missing, is the lower outside area, but he's had a pretty good catcher in Perez that's been able to pick him up to this point. 2-1, Stinchcomb batting .302 with runners and scoring on the year and has 20 RBI. Corner infielder is in on the infield turf. 2-1 pitch, misses high, ball 3. Buffaloes a pitch away from maybe getting their first run without a hit so far. .3-1 pitch, misses low, and that'll be an RBI walk for Stinchcomb. The Buffaloes are on the board. It's 4-1. And that might be it for Turnip Seed. This will be the second meeting on the mound for Coach Tucker as he looks around the diamond looking to see who's going to be coming in for Turnip Seed. Bases will be loaded for the Buffaloes for Denver Durant. When we return, Buffaloes trailing 4-1, bottom of the third inning. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
Ready for a home run and comfort? Freeze and Flare.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs, whether residential or commercial. First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. We update our listings daily. And don't forget, if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. If you have questions, give us a call at 918-423-3122.
Ready for a home run and comfort? Freeze and Flare Heat and Air LLC is always ready to step up to the plate. Whether it's beating the summer heat or staying warm through the winter chill, they're your go-to team for fast, reliable HVAC service. From quick repairs to expert installations, they ensure your home stays comfortable year-round. Don't despair or let your comfort sit on the bench. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air and keep your home out of the trench. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 0014445. And with our convenient online booking, it's never been easier to get the comfort you deserve. Shopping for furniture should never be a hassle. And at Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress, we agree. So we will continue to offer unmatched customer service as we have for over 34 years. Stop by today and experience our store-wide savings. We offer 12 months interest-free financing or no credit needed. Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress, 5 South 5th Street in McAlester.
We have a call of the bullpen brought to you by Barlow Built Performance Automotive, your full-service automotive and transmission repair shop, 2201 North Main Street, McAlester, open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 918-318-0323. New pitcher in for the Wildcats, Ethan Thornburg. He'll be facing Denver Durant with the bases loaded. Durant represents the go-ahead run. 4-1 Wister leads McAlester in the bottom of the third inning, where we've already seen a bunch of walks from both of our teams so far here in this third. So Thornburg will try to work out the jam here for the blue and gold.
Purple and gold.
Excuse me, I'm colorblind. First pitch curveball and misses upstairs for ball 1. That is why I have a color commentator.
Exactly.
No joke, I am colorblind, so I mix up blues and purples all the time there. For anyone that didn't know, let's get it out of the air. As this next pitch fills the zone for strike 1.
Yeah, normally you ask me before the game, and I forgot you hadn't asked me, and I forgot to tell you.
Thank you. I'm sure that I'm going to hear that one from Coach Soboni there. Count even at 1-1. So here's a ground ball, first base line, well foul. Let's look around the diamond, too. Thornburg was the first baseman, and he moves over to the mound. So from the mound to short goes Turnip Seed. Meeks goes back to third base. Vokey moves from third over to second. And it's purple and yellow, not purple and gold. Purple and yellow.
I mean, it looks pretty close to gold to me.
Yeah,
I'll give you that one.
1-2, curveball misses outside. Pops out of the glove of the catcher Perez, but not far enough for a run to score for Judkins at third base. And bases are loaded for the McAlester Buffaloes. Count even at 2-2. Durant batting .342 with runners and scoring is 21 RBI. 2-2 pitch. And he's out in front of the curveball. Pulling the string on him was Thornburg for out number 2. Only the second time this season that Denver Durant has struck out.
That's incredible.
In 33 games now. 2 strikeouts for Denver Durant. Brings up Gunnar Hodgel. He walked in his first plate appearance. Tied for the team lead in walks with 17. First pitch. Pops it up. Sky high, shallow, center field. Could be a tough play for someone running in quickly and making the catch in left field is Sloan for out number 3. So the Buffaloes get the bases loaded with nobody out. It's only able to score 1 run and an RBI walk from Spencer Stinchcomb. McAlester still getting no hit through 3 innings, but they're able to pull a run closer. 4-1 heading to the top of the 4th. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
Celebrating 10 years of excellence. JP All-American Outdoor Contracting and Construction is your trusted partner for expert tree removal, high-end fences, decks, and custom construction. Serving Oklahoma with quality, safety, and reliability. We're here to transform your property. From emergency tree services to dream builds, we do it all. Call today for a free consultation and experience the difference. 910-568-8770.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Walters Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Walters Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
We're back here in McAlester under mostly cloudy skies. I'm also your meteorologist. 78 degrees outside. Wind's blowing out to the north. But it is blowing out to the northeast, I'd say. Maybe north-northeast at around 18 miles per hour. Some gusts over 20 miles per hour. As we head to the top of the order for the Wister Wildcats against Grant Mullins. First pitch in the top of the 4th is lined towards left center field. Hardly having to move and watching it one-hop into him is Gunnar Hodgel. As again, he had to play that conservatively to make sure that it didn't get past him for extra bases. So it's the first pitch single to begin the top of the 4th. Wister leading McAlester 4-1. Brings to the plate Torben Vokey. Vokey now the second baseman for the Wildcats. He has flown out to second and walked. Mullins was able to help the Buffaloes get out of the last inning without further damage. He's a line drive down the left side, and it's 2 pitches, 2 singles for the Wildcats. Vokey lined it into left field. Judkins gets it in quickly. Brings up Darton Meeks, and this game is already starting to feel a lot like last year's too. McAlester was out hit last year 12-2. The Wildcats had 4 walks to McAllister's 10. And again, they just had more hitting. They were able to give up less free passes. Here's a ball that lands in for ball 1. Runners at first and second, nobody out for Darton Meeks, who has walked twice.
And you were asking about the wind. It's 13 miles an hour due north.
Just looking at the flag right now, that looks way stronger to me. Here's the 1-0 that fills the inside corner for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch. Curveball popped up. Shallow center field area. Durant calls everyone off as he keeps on making his way into the shallow center field area. Makes the fadeaway catch for out number 1, losing his hat as he was trying to come in around the action was Gavin Brumley from right field. Buffaloes get out number 1 in the top of the 4th. Brings up Jagger Dotson. He's lined out to center and had an RBI walk. One down top of the 4th. McAlester looking for the double play here. Mullins comes set. Looks at second 3 times. And before he can throw the pitch, right before he lifted the leg, time was called by Dotson. But we were mentioning it the last time that Jagger came up to the plate. Anytime that I can remember your name and you're maybe for a different school. I don't have you listed on the sheet from the year before. It's either one, you have a unique name, or two, you're a really good player.
Yeah, and he definitely made an impression.
His first pitch is in there for strike one. For Jagger Dotson, he just has both of them, the unique name and also a really good player.
Yeah.
As Coach Saboni also said, that one of the toughest kids he's ever met. 0-1 pitch. And it just bounces off the umpire. Runner will take off for third, and there'll be no play for McKinney at second or third. That ball bouncing off the umpire in the first place gave McKinney maybe a chance to go to third or second base as it got past him. Count even at 1 ball and 1 strike, as now that double play ball is gone. Jaden Byers is also lurking on deck. He's 2 for 2 with 2 doubles and 2 RBI. 1-1, dribble down the first base side. Here comes the runner. Lavis will throw home. Now back over to third. There's 2 runners there. No play there. Throw back over to second base. No one's at the second base bag. Everyone's safe. The runner at third was halfway down the line. Lavis did what he was supposed to do and fired home. And there were 2 runners at the third base bag at one point. No one came back to the second base bag. So when they threw over to third and Dusenberry tried to play him the tag, runner got back in safely. And there was a foot race back over to second. And beating it out was Torben Vokey. So I'll go down as a fielder's choice for Jagger Dotson. Brings up Jaden Byers with the bases loaded. First pitch missing low for ball 1 with 1 down. One 0 pitch. Popped up in the infield. Infield fly, batter will be out. Underneath it, Stinchcomb. He makes the catch for good measure for out number 2. That's a big out number 2 that the Buffaloes get. They haven't been able to retire Byers yet, and more so on top of that, they haven't been able to hold him to less than a double. Brings to the plate Turner Wooten, who lined out to the left and was hit by a pitch. The Buffaloes trying to hold the Wildcats scoreless in the top of the 4th, although they are threatening, bases loaded. 2 down. When McAlester comes back up, they'll have Labus, Brumley, and Dusenberry. First pitch. Fastball up and in, ball 1. Wooten was the first batter that Mullins faced in the previous inning. Hit him in the lower back after Wooten was able to foul off multiple pitches. 1-0 pitch. And he softly lines this one straight to Spencer Stinchcomb over at second base. It was a check swing line drive, softly hit, and that will end it for the Wister threat. They were able to load the bases with 1 down, but McAlester gets out of the jam, and they will still trail by 3, looking for their first hit. 4-1 McAlester trails. We played half a 7-inning game. Bottom of the 4th on the way on KNED.
Wow, Nissan has so many models to choose from.
Aw, this Pathfinder looks just right.
Wait a second, Maddie. Isn't that a family car?
Absolutely.
What? I'm gonna be an aunt?
Come to Fenton Nissan and get a 2025 Pathfinder, and we'll throw in a Fenton family deal this season.
This deal applies even if you're an aunt, uncle, or just you.
And don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya. Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
Big John's Auto Repair is here to help. We'll fix it right. We offer diagnostics, AC servicing, and engine repair. We make car trouble vanish like magic. We can prevent breakdowns and keep your car moving with regular maintenance. Same great service and friendly faces. Stop in today for all your car repair needs. Big John's Auto Repair, located at 325 Northeast Electric in Krebs.
So, checking accounts. There seems like a ton to choose from, right? I was looking for one that didn't charge monthly fees, with bounce protection, and had mobile banking. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. The bonus is that they're local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in checking options. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Freeze my tail off.
We played half a 7-inning game as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. McAlester looking for their first hit. They had their first run before their first hit. 4-1 is our score as the clouds are starting to look a little bit darker, Nate.
Yeah, the There's nothing on the radar right now, but I am keeping an eye on that.
First pitch, ground ball left side on the backhand grab. And it's Meeks. Fires across the diamond. A little bit low and outside, but being able to stretch and make the grab over at first base is Dotson. And that'll be out number 1. McAlester sees Cole Avis have a 5-3 ground out. Brings up Gavin Brumley, who struck out swinging in his first at-bat.
Yeah, the nearest rain I'm seeing currently is up northwest around Holdenville.
Really some severe weather all around the middle United States from north to south, as far south as the Panhandle down in Texas. First pitch to Brumley, misses high for ball 1 again. Ethan Thornburg returning after he came in the previous inning. Helped get the Wister Wildcats out of the jam, as this next pitch misses upstairs as well for ball 2. But that severe weather is supposed to stay away from Pittsburgh County.
Supposed to.
Supposed to. You never really know what's going to happen, as this is a high and tight fastball. Getting out of the way of it is Gavin Brumley for ball 3. We are barely away from the slide. So here's a curveball. Ooh. Called strike at the bottom of the zone. I know it's not where it's caught, where it crosses, but that one looked like it crossed it around the shins. Around that area as it goes to the backstop. That would be ball 4. It's all as well that ends well there for Brumley. And he'll work a walk. We've had a lot of walks already worked today.
Number 12, Parker Dusenberg.
How many you got over there?
We've had 12 combined free passes so far.
Wow.
11 walks and 1 hit by pitch. Brings to the plate Parker Dusenberry. He's one of those guys that walked. Not much of a lead at first base. First pitch in there. Strike 1 to Dusenberry. Dusenberry on the season, batting at a .242 clip, .368 on base percentage. Pick off to first, back in safely, is Brumley. And I know that we're going to be having some more rain chances tomorrow, greater rain chances for McAlester tomorrow than it is today. Here's the 0-1. Curveball misses outside for ball 1, 1 ball, 1 strike. Some severe weather may be in store tomorrow, but again, for us, it's looking like the main threat, at least your weather director also at McAlester Radio, Nate, is pick off back to first is unsuccessful. Looks like it's mainly going to be just heavy rain over the next couple of days. 3 days in McAlester.
I mean, for most of central Oklahoma, there is a tornado watch in effect currently.
Today, yes.
But yeah, I think most of the severe weather is probably going to happen tomorrow.
1-1 misses high to move the count to 2-1. And even that severe weather, that's still hanging out more so around the southwest Oklahoma area.
Right.
And the Panhandle and the northern Texas area. But Pittsburgh County is more in that slight risk tomorrow than they are today. So here's the 2-1 curveball in there for strike 2 to move the count to even at 2-2.
I'm hoping it all just dissipates and goes away.
That's what I'm hoping for too, man. Yeah, Emma says she hopes it's just rain, and she's not the only one. 2-2 pitch to Dusenberry as he drives this one over to left field. There's McAllister's first hit. One hops into the left fielder Sloan, and it will be runners at first and second for the Buffaloes. And one down. Brings up Blake Judkins. Judkins worked to walk his last time up. McAlester looking to bring it a little bit closer. Tying run represented at the plate in Judkins. Judkins batting .275 unofficially on the season, .409 on base percentage. Had an RBI single against Broken Bow. As this first one ducked for cover, Judkins misses up and in for ball 1. Lights haven't come on here at McAlester yet, but there are pretty dark clouds, but really nothing showing on the radar for rain. 1-0 pitch. This one bounces in, and the count moves to 2-0. I mean, it's not dark compared to like storm clouds or anything, but it's just like darker overcast skies than what we saw 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, we're not going to have sunset for another 3 hours.
2-0 pitch. That one's in there with a fastball from Thornburg. Count to 2-1.
Yeah, sunset will be around 8:05 tonight.
Last game in the month of April for the McAlester Buffaloes. 2-1 pitch. Curveball called a strike. Back pick over to second base. Back in safely with the throw is Brumley. Count moves to even at 2-2. And the pitch. As that one buckled the knees of Judkins but missed up high, and the count runs full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So Walker not chance here for Blake Judkins. Thornburg, the righty deals. Ground ball left side, chance to go to third. There's the tag. Over to first base, double play. Wister gets out of the jam with a 5-3 double play. And we head to the top of the 5th inning. The Wildcats leading the Buffaloes 4-1, but McAlester records their first hit. Looking for more as we make our way into our final 3 innings. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs. Whether residential or commercial, First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. We update our listings daily. And don't forget, if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. If you have questions, give us a call at 918-423-3122.
Ready for a home run and comfort? Freeze and Flare Heat and Air LLC is always ready to step up to the plate. Whether it's beating the summer heat or staying warm through the winter chill, they're your go-to team for fast, reliable HVAC service. From quick repairs to expert installations, they ensure your home stays comfortable year-round. Don't despair or let your comfort sit on the bench. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air and keep your home out of the trench. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 0014445. And with our convenient online booking, it's never been easier to get the comfort you deserve. Shopping for furniture should never be a hassle. And at Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress, we agree. So we will continue to offer unmatched customer service as we have for over 34 years. Stop by today and experience our store-wide savings. We offer 12 months interest-free financing or no credit needed. Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress, 5 South 5th Street in McAlester. Celebrating 10 years of
Head to the top of the 5th inning. The McAlester Buffaloes down to the Wister Wildcats behind a 3rd inning that's had all of our scoring. Wister scored 4. McAlester responded with 1. This top of the 5th inning is unofficially brought to you by Saratoga Water. If you've ever seen Ashton Hall in his videos, he's the guy that dips all of his face in the Saratoga Water. I have a bottle with me right now, and Emma thinks that I'm trying to be successful, which I am, obviously. Grant Mullins in for his 3rd inning of work, top of the 5th in relief. First pitch to a new batter. We'll get you a name in a second as the first pitch is in there for strike 1. Looks like up to the plate is Bullard.
Chasen Bullard.
Chasen Bullard. 0-1 misses high, and that'll be ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. So he's batting for the catcher, Preston Perez. You said that's Chasen Bullard?
Yeah. Chasen.
Chasen, thank you, Chasen.
And looks like heading out to the bullpen, we've got Jordan Clark.
There's a line drive to the opposite side for the lefty, and that will plunk in, and it'll be extra bases going to the wall as it gets past Judkins. Bullard to second. He'll get there standing and take a big turn around second base. Leadoff double for the Wildcats for Chase Bullard. Another extra base hit. So far, 4 out of their 6. I want to say that's 6 hits there as I'm tallying it up right now. 4 out of their 6 hits have been extra base hits. Brings up Easton Turnipseed, the shortstop. He's gone over 2 out of the 8 hole. He's grounded out to second and reached on an E6. So Bullard at second. First pitch shows bunt. Gets it down. Over to Mullins. Fields has to get rid of it quickly and does so for out number 1. Sack bunt is successful by Turnipseed and brings up Ty Sloan. Sloan has gone 0 for 1. He's walked and flown out to the shortstop. Infield comes in on the infield turf, and you probably couldn't hear this on the video stream, but someone on the Wister dugout, they said, hit it over the infield. Here's a ground ball left side. Diving attempt, but they won't hit it over, but they'll hit it past the infield. It's an RBI single for Ty Sloan on the first pitch he sees, and it's a 5-1 lead for the Wildcats. Brings up the top of the order. Cord Fenton, 2 for 3 days so far, but he's hit the ball hard each time that he's come up. He's doubled, line out to center, and singled. And while we have this time, as McKinney speaking with Mullins, we're going to tell you who this broadcast in this stream is officially brought to you by.
Okay.
We have Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford, WE Offered Propane, Fenton Nissan and McAlester, Big John's Auto Repair, The Bank & A, First Realty, Freeze and Flare Heat and Air, Tandy Hill Furniture and Mattress, and JP All-American Outdoor Contracting, LLC. Another lefty up for the Wildcat offense. Runner at first with one down. Buffaloes trail 5-1. First pitch up and outside for ball one. And I said this over in Broken Bow. I'll say it again here in McAlester. Even if it's going on to their Google reviews page or whatever, just pick off over to first, that's unsuccessful. Go let each one of these sponsors know thank you for sponsoring McAlester Baseball.
Yeah.
Mention McAlester Baseball. Mention thank you for sponsoring McAlester Radio's coverage. Make sure you mention McAlester Radio, as this one is a low pitch that gets to the backstop, and the runner will advance to second into scoring position. Count now 2-0 to Cord Fenton. But really letting them know how much the broadcast means to you guys to be able to cover every single game that we do for McAlester Baseball. It will mean the world to them, and it also helps them be repeat customers to be on the sponsor list, as this one fills the zone for strike one. 2 balls, 1 strike. And better yet, if you need any one of their services, go to them.
Yeah.
2-1 from Mullins. Popped up and out of play once again towards the walking track. And I just heard a dog squeal. The count now moves to even at I didn't. I'm kidding. Count goes to even at 2-2. I did have a dog for a color commentator, though, on Friday, if anyone saw our Twitter page. Get to mention that here after the 2-2 pitch from Mullins. Ground ball right back to Mullins. He's got the runner in between third and second. Throws to third. Dusenberry chasing down the runner. Still chasing. Passes late over to Durant. Durant applies the tag. Throws to first. And almost a double play. Nice pick by Lavis at first base. And a nice play by Grant Mullins, knowing exactly what to do after he snagged that ground ball back up to him. That'll be a fielder's choice. What's a 1-5-6 fielder's choice? And it brings up Torben Vokey, who is 1 for 2.
It's not a combination you see very often. 1-5-6.
No.
When we had a pick off over to first, no good.
But the Kyles. I got to see Hank, their dog.
Oh, okay.
Sat next to me the entire night. And
that's awesome.
Pretty cool. First pitch that misses for ball one, up high to Vokey. But I got to hang out with Hank for a little while.
I was going to say, he might be the best color commentator you've had.
Well, I'm telling you, I can end up having like a coach's show or like a sports talk show called Hanging with Hank.
Oh, I like that.
We just have to make sure we put up some puppy pads, right? Here's a fly ball to center field. Wynn will take this one back a little bit further, but nothing that Hodgel can't handle. Makes the catch for out number 3. So 1 run scores for the Wildcats. As we get to the bottom of the 5th inning, Wildcats lead McAlester 5-1. Buffaloes will bring up to the plate their 9-1-2 batters, Smith, McKinney, and Stinchcomb, coming up here on KNED.
Celebrating 10 years of excellence. JP All-American Outdoor Contracting and Construction is your trusted partner for expert tree removal, high-end fences, decks, and custom construction. Serving Oklahoma with quality, safety, and reliability. We're here to transform your property. From emergency tree services to dream builds, we do it all. Call today for a free consultation and experience the difference. 910-568-8770.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma, with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
We're We're back in McAlester, and we have a new pitcher for the Wister Wildcats. This call of the bullpen brought to you by Barlow Built Performance and Automotive, getting their money's worth here today. Your full-service automotive and transmission repair shop, 2201 North Main Street, McAlester. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 918-318-0323. As we have that's our 8th pitcher of the game so far, and the 5th one for the Wildcats, Kyler Morris from the dugout, straight switch, with the pitcher that was Ethan Thornburg. First batter he'll face will be the freshman Blade Smith as the first pitch misses outside for ball 1. Smith worked a walk. That was back in inning number 3. McAlester has had 1 hit, and that has been from Parker Dusenberry so far. 1-0 pitch as he checks, but it misses down low, holding up. Count moves to 2-0. Wind up from the righty Morris and the pitch. Fly towards shallow right field, could be trouble. Racing in is Wooten, and it will land. And this will be extra bases for Smith as he rounds first. Makes his way to second. Now looking for a triple. Here's the throw. It's going to be a tag. He needs to get around the tag. Yes, he did. Blade Smith around the tag. He also came off the bag. And while he was off the bag, Coach Mullins is over here trying to tell him, hey, get back on the third base bag. Now, he said he went out of the base path, though, because Blade Smith is currently crouching over at third base, and Coach Mullins is speaking with the field umpire. He dove around the tag, and the field umpire initially called him safe.
Did he just signal out?
I don't know if he just signaled out or not, but there's a reason why Coach Mullins is having a conversation with the field umpire, and usually that spells doom for your runner. He is safe. So he is safe at third base on a leadoff triple by Blade Smith. Boy, that throw was going to get him by a mile, but somehow he was able to get around the tag, and now Coach Tucker wants to go speak with the field umpire. He stumbled. Well, also what we didn't see, and I might have to go back on the video stream to see this, there might have been obstruction at first base, and that's what Coach Mullins is wanting to see.
Okay.
Like, he was safe already at first base anyway, but there might have been possible obstruction at first base because I did see Smith stumble in my peripheral as he was making his way around the first base bag. I think that's why he kept on trying to tell him to go anyway, because he thought he saw maybe some getting tangled up over at first base.
Yeah, I was following the ball whenever he was going past first.
I can't say that with certainty, but I think that might be what he was trying to talk to the field umpire about, although he was called safes. Here's the first pitch, swing and a miss from McKinney for strike 1. McKinney has gone over 2 today. He's grounded out to the third baseman and flown out to the pitcher. Runner at third, but nobody out. Buffaloes have a chance to be able to bring in another run here. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Count moves to 0-2. A well-placed ball down the right field lines by Smith. Got him all the way around the base paths to third. McKinney trying to bring him in. Tied for the team lead in RBI with 22. 0-2 pitches. Line towards left. Going back to tag will be Smith. There's the catch. There'll be no run from Smith. On an excellent throw back in from the left fielder Sloan to the cutoff man Meeks to the home plate area. And I can't tell they have a new catcher or not. I know that Chasen Bullard came in for the catcher Preston Perez earlier to hit. And if that's the case, I think that Bullard might be catching now too. But we'll try to see if we can get a new number on him.
I think you're right.
It's harder to tell when they have the equipment on. First pitch to Stinchcomb. He flies this one to deep right center field. This one will be deep enough to score the run. Fenton makes the catch. Tagging up will be Smith. Throwing from center field will catch the wind. And McAlester is down by 3 again. They get that run back that they gave up in the 5th inning. It's a 3-run game once more on the sac fly from Spencer Stinchcomb.
And the plate, number 21.
And that is number 9 behind the plate.
So Bullard is now the catcher for the Wildcats. Thank you to Nate Brown. So we've had a change there on defense. That's the only change other than the pitching change that we had. Now 2 down, bases clear for Denver Durant. First pitch rolled over the top of it, straight back to the pitcher Morris. Easy flip to first base in time for out number 3. So a leadoff triple ends up leading to a RBI sac fly from Spencer Stinchcomb. That's all they get, though, and McAlester down by 3 once more. We head to the top of the 6th inning. 5-2 is our score. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
Wow, Nissan has so many models to choose from.
This Pathfinder looks just right.
Wait a second, Maddie. Isn't that a family car?
Absolutely.
What? I'm gonna be an aunt?
Come to Fenton Nissan and get a 2025 Pathfinder, and we'll throw in a Fenton family deal this season.
This deal applies even if you're an aunt, uncle, or just you.
And don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya. Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
Big John's Auto Repair is here to help. We'll fix it right. We offer diagnostics, AC servicing, and engine repair. We make car trouble vanish like magic. We can prevent breakdowns and keep your car moving with regular maintenance. Same great service and friendly faces. Stop in today for all your car repair needs. Big John's Auto Repair, located at 325 Northeast Electric in Krebs.
So, checking accounts. There seems like a ton to choose from, right? I was looking for one that didn't charge monthly fees, with bounce protection, and had mobile banking. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. The bonus is that they're local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in checking options. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Buffaloes have this at a 3-run game as we head to the top of the 6th inning. We'll see how much longer Grant Mullins can go. Again, McAlester does not have another game on schedule until Friday, but they've been going a bullpen length's worth of pitching so far today. We do know that Jordan Clark is ready to go if he is needed. And as we begin the top of the 6th inning, the Buffaloes are trailing 5-2. Coming up for the Wister Wildcats. Looks to be Darton Meeks, who's 0 for 1 in the first pitch. Plunks him.
I think it also hit the umpire after that.
First pitch hit by pitch to Meeks. Bring up Jagger Dotson. That continues on with our free pass giveaway that we've had today. We've had, I think, 13 combined between our two teams. Wildcats been hit by a pitch twice. Jagger Dotson now up at the plate. Runner at first, nobody out. Top of the 6th, 5-2 McAlester trails. First pitch fastball misses high for ball 1. Dotson has lined out to center field. He's had an RBI walk with the bases juiced, and he grounded to a fielder's choice and reached safely. Everyone reached safely. 1-0. Misses well outside, ball 2. And if I were a betting man, which I'm not, I think that Friday and Saturday could be a lot like what today is, possibly.
Yeah.
Pick off over to first, back in safely. I know that's what we saw over in Sallisaw. Used to be, for 2 or 3 years in a row, our last game of the regular season. And a lot of times we went to Sallisaw to play that game, and it was a bullpen kind of game. 2-0 will be popped up. Maybe playable as the wind will bring this back in. Labus will watch it, lane just beyond the fence. Count goes to 2-1. But again, with Wister, they're getting in all their guys right now. McAlester doesn't start their playoffs till next week. Regionals for Wister is this week, trying to punch their ticket to the state tournament, which that's next week, while McAlester will be in their regional tournament over in Tulsa. Pickoff over to first is close that time, but Meeks gets back in safely. Count still 2-1 here on Jagger Dotson. Again, we know it's going to be a 3-team regional for McAlester as this one misses high. 3-1 count now to Dotson. It'll be McAlester and Bishop Kelly, and then we're just waiting on the final game to see if it will be Edison Prep, which it more than likely will, or Midwest City drops to that 5 spot. So here's a foul back as the runner Meeks took off for second base. He'll have to retreat back over to first. The count now full at 3-2 on Dotson. And we'll see when they officially start the regional tournament as well, because McAlester, in the last 2 years, they have started the regional tournament on a Wednesday.
Okay.
Gives them more days to be able to possibly make up any games should it rain.
I was going to say that makes sense.
3-2 popped up and out of play towards the Sea of Concrete.
Man, 6th inning, and that's the first time we've heard that.
I know, right?
I guess the wind might have something to do with that, though.
Down full at 3-2. Pickoff over to first, and another close pickoff. Meeks almost kind of having to army crawl back in. We'll do it again at full at 3-2.
I'm almost scared to ask.
No, it's just a message that we get. You never know what kind of messages that we're going to get while we're on the broadcast here. Here's the 3-2 payoff that's going to be softly grounded to the right side, and it's eating up Spencer Stinchcomb. Only plays at first, and he throws that away. So it's an E4, McAllister's second error of the game, and that will advance Meeks over to third base. Almost looked like it was a tailor-made double play, and it turns into everyone's safe. And it also brings up Jaden Byers, who is 2 for 3 today with 2 doubles, including a 2 RBI double and a fly out to second base. But no, people are speaking to me in a way that I cannot be able to grant this, okay?
Okay.
I got a message from the I Don't Drink Coffee podcast. Says, don't y'all agree we deserve ice cream at all the McAlester Buffaloes concession stands? Sure would be delicious, wouldn't it? Watching the baseball stream on YouTube right now, go Buffs and go ice cream. Here's the first pitch. Curveball, outer half, strike one. Well, I don't have the jurisdiction to allow any kind of food. Now, if I did, though.
What would it be?
Oh, Italian sausage dogs at every single place for McAlester Athletics. 0-1 is driven towards left field. Is it staying fair? And it will slice foul as it hits off the wall. And for giving up on it, that landed only about 5 feet foul. 5 to 6 to 7 feet foul on the left side. Count goes to 0-1 as Byers stopped his running. But no, I know that my dad used to be able to grill a lot of the Italian sausage dogs when Sunbelt was around. It was like the go-to dog. It is peak ballpark food. I'm telling you. Count at 0-2 and the pitch. Curveball waits on it. Grounder left side. Runner will come in. Throw over to second base, and it eats up the second baseman Stinchcomb on a hop. And that'll go down as another error. McAllister has back-to-back errors here. Trying for the jump throw was Denver Durant at short, and it hopped into Stinchcomb and couldn't handle it. And that moves the score to 6-2. Wister on top of McAllister in the top of the 6th inning, and everyone's safe again. Back-to-back errors. Still nobody out, and it brings up Turner Wooten. He has gone 0 for 2 with 2 lineouts and a hit by pitch in between.
But if I had to pick a single food item to add.
First pitch, inner half, strike one. Nice pitch from Mullins.
It would be a hot dog, but like those cheese-infused hot dogs.
Oh, yeah. Well, I like those too, like the jalapeno cheese cheddar.
Well, not
you don't like
jalapeno.
spicy food, though. You don't like spicy food. 0-1. Does it again. Kind of froze Wooten, and the count moves to 0-2. But, yeah, I understand. I get that. I like that, too. The Italian sausage dogs here just were great. Count at 0-2, and the pitch. Is alone inside. Mullins got to be careful there. He almost didn't come to a complete stop. Count goes to 1-2. But also, Caleb Saboni still checking in. Says, I see you, and I raise you a wild card, a baked potato bar.
Oh, okay.
Hey, we're getting too fancy for Oklahoma high school sports, probably. Here's the 1-2. Lines it right side. One hopper over to Levis. Throws to second base to get the lead out. Throw over to first. Wide left. No one will advance, though, on that. So, or is it a dead ball? They try to say it's a dead ball, but it shouldn't be a dead ball because it hit off the press. It hit off the press box wall. Field umpire said dead ball, and I was hearing Coach Mullins say, "Why is it a dead ball?"
Okay, so are we still saying the runner at second is out?
The runner at second is still out.
It looked like the field umpire was pointing to first and signaling he is.
Why? Then that's a double play.
I'm not sure what's happening here.
He said dead ball. Was there obstruction anywhere? It's a double play. Runners were out at first and second. But I don't know why the runner at first base ended up coming out. We'll have to go back and watch that. But here's the first pitch now with 2 down all of a sudden to Chasen Bullard. Doubled in his last time up. That'll be strike one on a swing. So I'm going back and I'm watching it.
I mean, it didn't look like obstruction.
I don't know why he's out.
Next pitch is on the outside corner for strike 2.
Oh, I think they're going to say that the runner at second base got into the view of Denver Durant at short.
Oh, okay.
So he had no throw lane. And here's the 0-2 that misses upstairs for ball one. At first, when Coach Mullins heard dead ball, he thought that he was saying it hit off the dugout.
Safe.
Why is it? Yeah. Count at 1-2, and now Mullins has a chance to get out of this inning with just one run given up. Runner at third base, 1-2 pitch. This is high for ball two. So as I'm looking at it on the replay, that's exactly what they called the runner at first out, the one that hit the ground ball. They're calling him out because the runner that slid into second base got in the way of Denver Durant, got into his throwing lane. 2-2, outer half, called strike three, backwards K from Grant Mullins, and McAlester will limit the Wister Wildcats to one run in the top of the sixth. We had the bottom of the sixth after we were able to figure it out ourselves. Again, no one lets the guys in the press box know anything. We got to figure it out. 6-2 is our score as we head to the home half of the sixth inning. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs. Whether residential or commercial, First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. We update our listings daily. And don't forget, if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. If you have questions, give us a call at 918-423-3122.
Ready for a home run in comfort? Freeze and Flare Heat and Air LLC is always ready to step up to the plate. Whether it's beating the summer heat or staying warm through the winter chill, they're your go-to team for fast, reliable HVAC service. From quick repairs to expert installations, they ensure your home stays comfortable year-round. Don't despair or let your comfort sit on the bench. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air and keep your home out of the trench. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 0014445. And with our convenient online booking, it's never been easier to get the comfort you deserve. Shopping for furniture should never be a hassle. And at Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress, we agree. So we will continue to offer unmatched customer service as we have for over 34 years. Stop by today and experience our store-wide savings. We offer 12 months interest-free financing or no credit needed. Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress, 5 South 5th Street in McAlester.
Welcome back to McAlester, Oklahoma. Entering in for a second inning of work, Kyler Morris in relief as the McAlester Buffaloes are down 6-2 to the Wister Wildcats. Every time that the Wildcats have been able to score, McAlster's been able to answer, but the difference in this game has been a 4 spot by Wister in the third. McAlester answered back with just a run. So for the Buffaloes, it'll be the middle of the order now. The 4, 5, 6 batters, Gunnar Hodgel, Cole Lavis, and Gavin Brumley. McAlester has had 2 hits, a single from Parker Dusenberry and a triple from Blade Smith. Hodgel has walked and flown out to left field. So we're about ready to get this shindig started again. Wind still blowing out to left field. That should be the same way pretty much for the entirety of this game here. Lights are on with the clouds overhead, and Mike Deak Field. Here's the first pitch from Morris. That misses upstairs for ball one. But we kind of got on the topic about what would you want to bring to a ballpark in terms of food, and we got on this tangent before. We went to, I think it was Putnam City West.
Yeah.
So here's a 1-0 pitch, and it'll be fouled behind Coach Mullins over at third base. Kind of evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike on Hodgel.
I can't remember what I said back then.
Well, it was what burger would you want? Because this guy's name was Brandon Burger.
Yeah.
And his last name was Brandenburger. And I was like, well, if I were to make my own burger, what would it be? So here's a 1-1 that misses upstairs for ball 2. So that got us onto a whole tangent. But this gets us into our other one. What you mentioned your favorite ballpark food would still be like a cheese-infused hot dog or something.
Yeah.
Here's Calling All Angels. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Swung on and out in front was Hodgel. Count moves to even at 2-2. Let us know what your favorite ballpark food would be. If you were to put any ballpark food on the menu, what would you want at a baseball game? Let us know on Twitter at Buff Sports Radio or Facebook at facebook.com/McAlester Radio. 2-2 pitch is driven left field and well foul.
I mean, as a second option, might be some type of nachos.
Nachos are always a good filling choice over at a ballpark.
Or maybe like the nacho fries over at Taco Bell. Like just bringing those over here and having like a whole plate of them.
2-2 off speed greatly drops the velocity there from Morris. Misses outside. Count is now at full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. And the payoff pitch. Back to the fastball. Ground ball deep into the hole left side. Diving attempt past the diving shortstop. Turnip seed, and it's a leadoff single for Gunnar Hodgel. Brings up Cole Avis, who's over 2. But mine, I think a good second, because you can't beat a hot dog at a ballpark. But my good second, maybe like a burger with some kind of fried onion ring.
Okay,
Pretzel bites with beer cheese. That would be a pretty good.
Yeah, okay, that's.
Pretzel bites of beer cheese.
Oh, man.
Let's do that. First pitch to Cole Avis. Fouls it off of the catcher, Bullard, and that'll be strike 1. So runner at first base with nobody out. We got some people checking in. They wanted to chime in on this conversation. Derek Hatchard says, I miss the lemon chills from the old ballpark in Arlington. On a hot summer day, those lemon chills were...
Yeah, I only had them one time when we went to that Royals game.
0-1 pitch. As this one's driven down the left field line, off of the glove of the third baseman Meeks. Rounding second, getting to third will be Hodgel. He'll be there sliding in. Sliding into second will be Lavis. That will be I think that's a... Would you mark that as a double? It was a hard hit off of Meeks' glove, who stretched out.
That's not an error.
It's definitely not an error, but I'm wondering if it's single. That's a double. That's a straight-up double there for Cole Lavis. It's a weird kind of double, but it puts runners at second and third and nobody out for Gavin Brumley. McAlester down by 4, trying to get a little bit closer here against Morris and the Wister defense. First pitch to Brumley, and he's fouling this one off. McAlester seeing the ball pretty well here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Down by 4, trying to erase a 6-game losing streak, and trying to get hot again. Count 0-1. The pitch. Ground ball left side. This will score 1 run. Grabbing it. Over at third is Turnip Seed. Fires to first in time for the out. But it's a 6-3 RBI ground out by Gavin Brumley. And McAlester gets that run back. Every time that they have seen Wister score, McAlester has answered. The only difference has been Wister scored 4 in the third. McAlester is only able to answer back with 1. This is their chance to be able to get it closer. 3-run game, 1 down, runner at second base, and Cole Lavis for Parker Dusenberry, who is 1 for 1 with a walk and a single. Morris sets up, fires. First pitch, outer half, strike 1. But since we already brought it out into the world, Caleb Saboni said, nachos with pulled pork barbecue sauce and sour cream.
Okay, I can hear the barbecue sauce. Sour cream might be a little too much.
Swing and a miss for strike 2. Now that goes well with nachos. And
yeah, sour cream's just not my thing, personally.
Nathan Less now says Nathan's Hot Dogs.
Yeah, there you go.
Again, at 0-2.
I can't believe we didn't bring that up during that Putnam City game.
0-2 bounces in. Dusenberry lays off, and the count moves to 1-2. My dad tuning in says he agrees with the sausage dogs.
Okay.
So good, especially when you pair it with mustard. And my wife says molten lava cakes or cheesecake. She wants the dessert over at Ballparks. So we got a whole menu here. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Popped up and out of play behind, and I think just a little bit past the grandstand. I think it hit.
No, it landed in field play.
No joke.
Yeah.
That's how strong the wind is starting to blow here. As, again, Nate doesn't have a view there of the center field.
Give me 1 second and I can get that for you.
It's blowing around 20 miles per hour on the gusts, but I feel like it's higher than that.
So those of you on the video stream can see the
Of course, it starts to die down as soon as you flip it on over. 1-2, swing and a miss for strike 3. Gets Dusenberry swinging to McAlester now with 2 down, and a runner in scoring position for Blake Judkins, who has walked and grounded into a 5-3 double play. I think we're making Austin our board op hungry. First pitch. Big cut from Judkins, swings and misses for strike 1.
Well, and I mentioned Taco Bell earlier. I know that's where I'm going for dinner tonight. I'm going to try those new chicken nuggets.
Hey, listen, they don't sponsor us. We can't give them the shout out and the love there.
Okay.
I did that with Saratoga Water earlier. So
yeah.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. And here's driven all over to the third baseman, and it was diving on him, but Meeks is able to make the catch for out number 3. But McAlester, again, they answer back to the Wister Wildcats with another RBI, this time a ground out from Gavin Brumley. And we head to the top of the 7th inning. McAlester trailing by 3. 6-3 is our score. One final inning of play left to go. Denver Durant coming in to pitch for the McAlester Buffaloes. in just a moment on KNED.
Celebrating 10 years of excellence. JP All-American Outdoor Contracting and Construction is your trusted partner for expert tree removal, high-end fences, decks, and custom construction. Serving Oklahoma with quality, safety, and reliability. We're here to transform your property. From emergency tree services to dream builds, we do it all. Call today for a free consultation and experience the difference. 910-568-8770.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Walters Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Walters Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma, with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
Wow, Nissan has so many models to choose from.
This Pathfinder looks just right.
Wait a second, Maddie, isn't that a family car?
Absolutely.
What? I'm gonna be an aunt?
Come to Fenton Nissan and get a 2025 Pathfinder, and we'll throw in a Fenton family deal this season.
This deal applies even if you're an aunt, uncle, or just you.
And don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya. Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
Final inning of play here at Mike Deak Field. Brandon Green alongside Nate Brown. We're done talking about food, by the way.
Are you sure?
I'm making myself hungry. Top of the 7th inning, the Wister Wildcats lead the McAlester Buffaloes 6-3. And we have a new pitcher into the game for the Buffaloes, Denver Durant. This call of the bullpen brought to you by Barlow Built Performance and Automotive, your full-service automotive and transmission repair shop. 2201 North Main Street, McAlester, open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 918-318-0323. As it will now be Denver Durant on the mound for McAlester. 0-2 record this year with 2 saves, 7 1/3 innings pitched, 4.77 ERA, 14 strikeouts to 5 walks, 343 batting average against him in its unofficial stats. Here's the windup of the first pitch to the 8-hole batter, Turnip Seed, that misses for ball 1. Although I think that Durant is coming off his best appearance of the season to date, and it was in a blown save losing effort. That's what's crazy about it, because the blown save that had been against him really wasn't on him, as here's a 1-0 swing and a miss for strike 1. Graydon Howell just has elite speed, and we noticed that on Friday.
We've seen that a time or two.
He was able to score from third on a snap throw to first base.
What?
Yep. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And he checked too far around, tried to hold up on the swing, was Turnip Seed. Goes all the way around, and that'll be strike 2 to move the count to 1-2. Continue on with our thought here after this pitch from Denver Durant. The pitch. Fastball high and tight on the lefty. Count evens up at 2-2. But yeah, it's just a snap throw to first base. Graydon Howell read it, scored home, was able to tie up the game, send it to extra innings. He scored in the 6th. Denver Durant worked a clean 7th.
Mm-hmm.
So here's a 2-2. He popped up and out of play once again towards the walking track. Hide your kids. Count still at 2-2. But 8th inning, just a base hit and then a couple errors led to the win. Swing and a miss, strike 3, Bayou. Out number 1. 15th strikeout of the year for Denver Durant. Revved up the heat. Sit him down, throw it around, 1 down here in the top of the 7th inning. McAlester trailing 6-3 brings up Ty Sloan. Sloan has gone 1 for 2 with a fly out to short and an RBI single, walk in his first plate appearance. Out of the 9-hole, first pitch from Durant. Fastball just missing, down low, ball 1. But I was mentioning this as well, as here's the 1-0 pitch. This one does clip the outer half for strike 1. I was calling the game over in Broken Bow, and the NFL draft, that's relevant.
Yes.
Just happened not too long ago, and the whole story about Jackson Dart. So here's the 1-1 pitch. It's lined softly towards left field, racing in Judkins. He'll make the slightly sliding catch for out number 2. Brings it to the top of the order. But you know Jackson Dart, you know the story about his eye black? Do you know why Jackson Dart wears the eye black?
I have not heard the story.
He's a Star Wars mega fan.
Oh, God.
He loves Revenge of the Sith, and he loves Anakin Skywalker. And the kind of scar that he has, he does the eye black like the scar.
Oh, my goodness. Another one.
What do you mean another one? We all love Star Wars. First pitch, Cord Fenton misses upstairs for ball 1. I only mention that because I saw a couple of players on the diamond wearing that Warrior eye black, which normally just goes both cheeks all the way down. So the next one misses high and outside for ball 2. There's been some crazy uses of eye black. Some people decide to dark out their whole eyes like they're the Joker. 2-0. Fastball misses inside. 3 consecutive balls to Cord Fenton, who's gone 2 for 4, including, I will not mention what school or who it was, but including I did call one game, as the 3-0 is right down the middle for strike 1. I called one game where the catcher for this school face paint like the Joker.
That's wild.
Not even kidding. 3-1. Waits on it. Drives it the opposite way. Judkins hardly has to move. Makes the catch for out number 3. And we head to the bottom of the 7th inning where the McAlester Buffaloes are down to their final 3 outs, down by 3 runs. 6-3 Wildcats lead the Buffaloes. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
Big John's Auto Repair is here to help. We'll fix it right. We offer diagnostics, AC servicing, and engine repair. We make car trouble vanish like magic. We can prevent breakdowns and keep your car moving with regular maintenance. Same great service and friendly faces. Stop in today for all your car repair needs. Big John's Auto Repair, located at 325 Northeast Electric in Krebs.
So, checking accounts. There seems like a ton to choose from, right? I was looking for one that didn't charge monthly fees, with bounce protection, and had mobile banking. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. The bonus is that they're local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in checking options. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs, whether residential or commercial. First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. We update our listings daily. And don't forget, if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. If you have questions, give us a call at 918-423-3122.
Welcome back to McAlester, Oklahoma, as the Buffaloes are looking to even it up and maybe even take a win if they can have a big inning. They have the 9-1-2 batters up and a new pitcher for the Wister Wildcats. It's called The Bullpen, brought to you by Barlow Built Performance and Automotive, your full-service automotive and transmission repair shop. 2201 North Main Street, McAlester, open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 918-318-0323. So the new pitcher trying to get the save today for the Wister Wildcats, Dax Hendricks. Straight switch with him and the pitcher Morris. So Hendricks looking for the save. First pitch to Smith. Fastball missing low, ball 1. Smith has gone 1 for 1 today. He has walked and tripled. Wildcats started their 5th time through the lineup. Buffaloes just now ending their 3rd. Yet they're only down by 3. Next pitch fastball, outer half, strike 1 to Smith. On deck is Jackson McKinney looking for a base knock. He's 0 for 3 so far today. 1-1. He fouls this one off at the plate. Smith now goes down to the count 1-2. Wildcats trying to improve to 22-3 on the year. McAlester looking to come back, try to break a 6-game losing streak that they've been on. 1-2 pitch. Curveball laying off of Smith. Count evens up at 2-2. Again, the good news for McAlester in this losing streak, they have been a ride with the wave kind of team.
Right.
A high wave should be coming up pretty soon with the kind of struggles that they've been having. As this one misses outside for ball 3, count moves to full 3 balls and 2 strikes. You're just hoping that it happens at the right time when you go into the next week over at Bishop Kelly. Here's the payoff from Hendricks. Misses upstairs. It's a leadoff walk for Smith. Brings to the plate at the top of the order, and this is McAllister's chance to get right back in it. Jackson McKinney has gone 0 for 3. He has grounded out, flown out, and lined out. So all that's left to do is get a hit. And a couple of the balls that he struck were well struck, but nice plays that were made by the Wister defense, who has only had one error today. First pitch. Grounds it left side. Chance to go around the horn. To second for 1. To first base. Just in time. Safe is Jackson McKinney, although from first glance, I think that he might have been out by about a step. So the Buffaloes get the benefit of the call there.
That almost might have been a tie goes to the runner situation.
I thought he was out by half a step, but McKinney will get the benefit of the doubt over at first base. Now bring to the plate Spencer Stinchcomb. Stinchcomb is responsible for 2 out of the 3 runs scored by McAllister. The Buffaloes have not had an RBI base hit, though. First pitch, misses upstairs, ball 1. Stinchcomb has struck out, had an RBI walk, and an RBI sac fly. So he's 0 for 1 with 2 RBI. McKinney at first base. Will stay put. Next pitch. Losing the bat and throwing it towards his on-deck man, Denver Durant, with Spencer Stinchcomb. That one not only landed out of his hands on a foul ball, mind you, to move the count to 1-1. It landed into that little walkway.
Well, Brand, that's not the craziest thing we've seen with a bat this year.
No, we over in Pryor, a bat, one of those bats broke off at the handle on a line drive that went well foul down the left field line. Broke off at the handle. That was over in Pryor. McKinney takes off for second. Here's a swing and a fly ball to right field that will land, and it'll be a bloop single.
Did we lose our field mic?
I think we just lost our field mic there right before the hit was made by Stinchcomb. I would ask Emma if she wants to go change out the batteries, but I don't know. This is no offense. I don't know if you could reach where it's at.
Whole life, Brandon. It's so to get my captain.
So we do not have a field mic for the remainder of this game, maybe, but the Buffaloes have the tying run up at the plate with runners at first and second and 1 down. First pitch to Denver Durant. He swings, drives this one to center field, not far enough to get out of the park. As near the warning track and making the catch will be Fenton, tagging up as McKinney. The throw down to third is not in time. So advancing over to third on the fly out to center field by Durant is Jackson McKinney. And the Buffaloes are down to their final line of defense. It's Gunnar Hodgel, which, hey, if there's a guy that can change this game with one swing of the bat,
it's him.
It's Gunnar Hodgel. He leads the team in home runs, including hitting the scoreboard here. He's got the wind at his back, too. Tying run represented at the plate with Gunnar Hodgel. He's walked, flown out to left, and singled. (6-3) Wister on top of McAllister, bottom of the 7th inning. Buffalo's looking for one big swing. Hendricks deals. First pitch missing high, ball 1. But going back just for a split second, that's also not the first time I've seen a bat leave the hand of someone over at this ballpark before.
Okay.
Me. Count at 1-0.
So you didn't just see it, you experienced it.
I experienced it all the way. As here's a foul ball on a pitch that was up and inside, and it ended up hitting the handle of the bat, and Gunnar Hodgel still shaking his head. Count moves to 1-1. I was on deck, and I let go of almost a brand new bat, and it landed on top of the press box, rolled down over into that concourse.
Man, so you weren't even taking
I wasn't even taking it at bat. I was on deck, and I nearly killed my coaches. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fastball that misses high, and the count goes now to 2-1. They appeal over to the field umpire, and he says, no, he did not. That was not a souvenir for a lucky fan, though.
Yeah. Had to get that one back.
Had to get that one back. Counts at 2-1. Buffaloes have the tying run up at the plate. Stinchcomb at first base, McKinney at third. 6-3, McAllister trails bottom of the 7th inning with 2 down. Hendricks the 2-1 delivery. Misses low. Pump throw as the runner takes second base, and Stinchcomb backing safely at third is McKinney. Hitters count now for Gunnar Hodgel. If you're looking for a pitch to drive out of the ballpark, this is it. Runners at second and third. Even a base knock gets McAllister within a run. Back to the windup. Hendricks, 3-1 pitch. And it's fouled off at the plate. Count moves to full 3-2. On deck is Cole Labus, who is 1 for 3 with a double. Runners will stay put with the pitch, the windup, the payoff. Pops it up. Shallow center field, could be trouble. On a race is Fenton. It will land amongst 4 different fielders. It will clear the bases, and McAlester is within 1. A 2 RBI bloop double by Gunnar Hodge will find a patch of real estate. And it's now 6-5. Tying run in scoring position for Cole Labus.
And Brandon, you put the ball in play, good things are going to happen, and that's exactly what happened right there.
Fenton was playing so far back in center field. I mean, so far back considering the wind. He was on a dead sprint to try to grab that. That landed between the second baseman, shortstop, left fielder, and center fielder.
Maybe a square?
So 6-5 is our score. First pitch to Labus. In there for strike 1. Tying run in scoring position for the Buffaloes, trying to come all the way back. Bottom of the 7th, 2 down. 0-1 the count. Hendricks delivers. Big cut, swing and a miss for strike 2. Buffaloes once again down to their final strike. Hodgel in scoring position. Labus looking for the big hit. Hendricks delivers. Curveball misses outside. Sliding over, being able to make the grab as Bullard.
Absolutely no reason to try and take third there.
Buffaloes trying to be one of just the only 2 teams this year have beaten Wister, Rattan, and Red Oak. McAlester trying to join that list. 1-2. Loops this one towards center field. It will land! Rounding third is Hodgel. He will score. We're tied up in the 7th. 6-6 our score. Bloop single to center field again. And the Buffaloes have come all the way back with 2 down, a 3 spot in the bottom of the 7th. And now the winning run at first base. Brings up Gavin Brumley.
And now you wonder, with Labus' speed at first, how aggressive McAlester would be to try and get him in scoring position.
First pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1, but hitting has been contagious for the Buffaloes. Coming into this inning, I mean, if I'm not mistaken, they had only had 3 hits, and they've had 3 hits in the 7th alone. 0-1. And there again, strike 2, Hendricks revs up the fastball once more, and we are now a pitch away from going to extra innings, but also 1 extra base hit away from calling this ball game. Peeking over to first, Hendricks takes off, pitches high, though no, it's going to ring him up. They're going to ring him up on the high fastball for strike 3, but we are going to extras. A 3 spot by the Buffaloes, and the bottom of the 7th has made this a brand new game. 6-6 our score. You're listening to McAlester Baseball here on KNED.
Shopping for furniture should never be a hassle. And at Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress, we agree. So we will continue to offer unmatched customer service as we have for over 34 years. Stop by today and experience our store-wide savings. We offer 12 months interest-free financing or no credit needed. Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress, 5 South 5th Street in McAlester. Celebrating 10 years of excellence. JP All-American Outdoor Contracting and Construction is your trusted partner for expert tree removal, high-end fences, decks, and custom construction. Serving Oklahoma with quality, safety, and reliability, we're here to transform your property. From emergency tree services to dream builds, we do it all. Call today for a free consultation and experience the difference. 910-568-8770.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma, with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane.
As you can tell by the reaction from our newly inserted field mic with the batteries replaced, nice catch by Gunnar Hodgel in center field to begin the 8th inning. Nick, can you bring us up to speed?
Yes, we had a first pitch pop up by the Wister hitter.
Torben Vokey, it looks like.
Yes, out to center field. And I didn't see if that was a diving catch because I was trying to bring it back from commercial. We had a diving catch out in center field.
Yeah, he caught it and then extended with the dive, but Buffaloes came back down from 3 runs in the bottom of the 7th. The first pitch misses low and outside now to Darton Meeks.
Yeah, go ahead and catch your breath, buddy.
Yeah, I'm trying to catch my breath because I had to go replace the batteries on the field mic there just a moment ago. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Curveball in there, strike one. Meeks has gone 0 for 1 today. He has walked twice, been hit by a pitch, and flown out to short today. Denver Durant in for a second inning of work now in the top of the 8th inning. 1-1 pitch. Fastball by him, strike two. Count moves to 1-2. But McAlester was down to their final out twice. Final pitch.
Yeah, they were down to their final strike twice.
2 RBI double by Gunnar Hodgel and an RBI single by Cole Labus has tied up this game and sent us to extras. Pitch missed high, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Brandon Green alongside Nate Brown bringing you McAlester Baseball. I think my breath is now officially caught. Like that ball in center field. Thank you, Emma. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Curveball, waits on it. Nice approach there by Meeks. He's able to foul it off. And the count is still even at 2-2. Tell you, this has been a good one. This is a swing and a miss for strike 3. High heater, Denver Durant with another K. Sit him down, throw it around 2 down here in the top of the 8th inning. And that brings up to the box Jagger Dotson.
And I think you can firmly say that the momentum is in that first, or in the third base dugout.
Dotson has gone 0 for 3 today. Lined out to center, RBI walk. Grounded into a fielder's choice and reached on an E4. First pitch curveball in there, strike 1. Denver Durant has found his groove. Buffaloes are 1-1 in extra inning games so far this season. 0-1. In there, strike 2, outer half. Count goes to 0-2. They won that 10-inning game against Latta 2-1, and then they lost last Friday against Broken Bow. Back in is Dotson. Durant, 0-2 pitch. Fastball misses low and outside, ball 1.
Got a little excited there.
Durant trying to change up the timing there for the batter with his windup. 1-2 pitch. Off-speed swing and a miss for strike 3. 1-2-3 inning for Denver Durant. And McAlester has a chance to walk it off as we head to the home half of the 8th. 6-6 our score. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma, with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
Wow, Nissan has so many models to choose from.
This Pathfinder looks just right.
Wait a second, Maddie, isn't that a family car?
Absolutely.
What? I'm gonna be an aunt?
Come to Fenton Nissan and get a 2025 Pathfinder, and we'll throw in a Fenton family deal this season.
This deal applies even if you're an aunt, uncle, or just you.
And don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya. Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
Big John's Auto Repair is here to help. We'll fix it right. We offer diagnostics, AC servicing, and engine repair. We make car trouble vanish Like magic, we can prevent breakdowns and keep your car moving with regular maintenance. Same great service and friendly faces. Stop in today for all your car repair needs. Big John's Auto Repair, located at 325 Northeast Electric in Krebs.
And as we head to extras, we have another new pitcher for the Wister Wildcats. It'll be their 7th pitcher of the game. Maddox Johnson now on the mound. As here's the first pitch to Parker Dusenberry. And he's out in front on the curveball, swinging a miss for strike one. This call to the bullpen brought to you by Barlow Built Performance and Automotive, your full-service automotive and transmission repair shop, 2201 North Main Street, McAlester. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Dusenberry. He grounds this one left side deep into the hole. A nice sliding stop on the backhand. Pops up, fires to first, and Dotson with a nice play at first. It'll be a 6-3 ground out. That's a great play by the shortstop Turnip Seed, and picking him up over at first base is Dotson. Out number 1. Bottom of the 8th inning with free baseball here in MacTown. 6-6 is our score. By the way, for Barlow Built Performance and Automotive, they are open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 918-318-0323.
I think they may have made their money back just during this game.
I believe so. First pitch to Judkins. He pops this one up. Foul territory. See if it's playable. Dotson going out after it. And this one will land into their bullpen, and that'll be strike one. So, yeah, we have had 11 combined pitchers in this game. My wife has texted me. She said, it's all because you said that they'd be done around 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's now 6:15, but this has been a great ball game.
Never guess when the game's going to end.
Never, ever. 0-1 pitch. Fastball missing outside. Ball one ball, 1 strike. Yeah, there's supposed to be a JV game that was supposed to begin 15 minutes ago. So Bishop Kelly's been hanging around for a little bit.
Yeah.
1-1 pitch. Ground ball, right side towards the second baseman. Fielding is Vokey. Throws to first base in time for out number 2. So it's 2 up, 2 down for the Buffaloes. Brings up Blade Smith. Now, Smith has been the one to start the McAlester rally each time they've really started a rally. He has gone 1 for 1 today with a walk, a triple, and another walk. So he's been a part of all 3 scoring opportunities for McAlester. Rule 3 of the 4. First pitch to Smith. And he's late on the curveball. Try waiting on it. It's by him before he could really start the swing. Strike 1. Both defenses are starting to find their groove. 0-1 pitch. As we have that pitch missing low and outside. Count evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Maddox Johnson, the windup in the 1-1 pitch. Curveball that misses low and outside again. Ahead in the count. Goes Smith at 2-1. 6-6 ball game, bottom of the 8th. Next pitch. Ground ball, left side, right, racing in his Meeks. Makes the play, throws to first, and a nice grab by the first baseman, Dotson. Meeks had to fire it in there, and he had a pretty good stretch out to the left. And he's able to make the Buffaloes go 3 up, 3 down in the 8th. So we head to the top of the 9th inning. Still tied up, 6-6. Who will budge first? We're about to find out. Denver Durant coming back on to the McAlester mound. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs. Whether residential or commercial, First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. We update our listings daily. And don't forget, if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. If you have questions, give us a call at 918-423-3122.
Well, there are always times for a first time for everything. And today is one of those times. We have a 6-6 tie. The McAlester Buffaloes scoring 3 runs in the bottom of the 7th inning sent us to the 8th inning. But as we're trying to get in the game right after this one, and Bishop Kelly's been hanging around for a little while, and, you know, we mentioned earlier in the game it was like a tune-up game for our 2 teams to be able to get live at-bats and pitching, and that's why you saw so many pitching changes in this one. We have a tie, and this was a regular season game. So for the first time in my time of calling baseball, I have called a tie. 6-6 is the final. McAlester does break a 6-game losing streak.
Yeah.
They now are 15-17-1 on the year, and the Wister Wildcats 21-3-1.
I'll take it.
Hey, we're going to have a bunch of people that are going to be like, And I would love to see this game continue on, but we do have another game that has to get to today. So 6-6 is our final, and it is a tie. So we're going to tally up everything now. We were going to just let it keep on going with commercial break, but we wanted to make sure that we came back in and mentioned that this game is over. It's a 6-6 tie. Clutch hitting by Gunnar Hodgel and Cole Labus brought us to the 8th inning, but we will not have another inning further. Again, 6-6 our final.
This one might go up on the board for a completely different reason.
Completely different reason. What Nate's talking about is some of the best games I've been able to call in my or most, I guess, outstanding games in one way or the other. Usually gets signed and put up on my wall in a frame. It goes onto my wall in my office. This one might. I don't know.
It's definitely under consideration.
It's under consideration for sure because I've never called a tie before. But 6-6 is our final. We will take another break, and we're going to tally up all of our stats. When we return, we'll give you your final stats here from Mike Deak Field. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
Ready for a home run and comfort? Freeze and Flare Heat and Air LLC is always ready to step up to the plate. Whether it's beating the summer heat or staying warm through the winter chill, they're your go-to team for fast, reliable HVAC service. From quick repairs to expert installations, they ensure your home stays comfortable year-round. Don't despair or let your comfort sit on the bench. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air and keep your home out of the trench. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 0014445. And with our convenient online booking, it's never been easier to get the comfort you deserve. Shopping for furniture should never be a hassle. And at Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress, we agree. So we will continue to offer unmatched customer service as we have for over 34 years. Stop by today and experience our store-wide savings. We offer 12 months interest-free financing or no credit needed. Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress, 5 South 5th Street in McAlester. Celebrating 10 years of excellence. JP All-American Outdoor Contracting and Construction is your trusted partner for expert tree removal, high-end fences, decks, and custom construction. Serving Oklahoma with quality, safety, and reliability. We're here to transform your property. From emergency tree services to dream builds, we do it all. Call today for a free consultation and experience the difference. 910-568-8770.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Walters Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Walters Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
Wow, Nissan has so many models to choose from.
This Pathfinder looks just right.
Wait a second, Maddie, isn't that a family car?
Absolutely.
What? I'm gonna be an aunt?
Come to Fenton Nissan and get a 2025 Pathfinder, and we'll throw in a Fenton family deal this season.
This deal applies even if you're an aunt, uncle, or just you.
And don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya. Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
Big John's Auto Repair is here to help. We'll fix it right. We offer diagnostics, AC servicing, and engine repair. We make car trouble vanish like magic. We can prevent breakdowns and keep your car moving with regular maintenance. Same great service and friendly faces. Stop in today for all your car repair needs. Big John's Auto Repair, located at 325 Northeast Electric in Krebs.
We're back at Mike Deak Field, where for the first time in my time of playing McAlester varsity baseball, there has been a tie. After 8 innings, it is a 6-6 tie. Wister you can't improve, you can't fall. They go to 21-3-1 on the year. The McAlester Buffaloes to 15-17-1. And the way that both pitching staffs were kind of like buckling in, it looked like we could have gone for a long time.
Yeah.
Denver Durant was just on fire today. For the second consecutive outing, he had a really good outing. Maddox Johnson came in and delivered a 1-2-3 inning for himself. But the Buffaloes down 6-3, down to their final strike, 2 at-bats in a row. 2 RBI double by Gunnar Hodgel, RBI single by Cole Labus. McAlester sent it to extras, and we did not have a victor today. So in non-district play, given that this was a district game, we would have won all night long if they would have waited for a win. But since this is a non-district game, again, the amount of pitchers that you saw in a 6-6 game, you knew that this was going to be more of a tune-up game so that pitchers could get a live bullpen. Batters could face live pitching getting ready for the postseason. And that was also, that obviously played into the fact of we could have seen a tie today. Never seen it before, but we did see it today. Our post-game stats brought to you by Big V Feed Center. See Big V Feed Center at McAlester, Hadco Farm and Ranch, Iowa, and Chakota Wholesale Feed Company in Chakota for your spring feeding program needs. We'll start off the Wildcats, again led by head coach Ryan Tucker. They are now 21-3-1. Cord Fenton went 2 for 5 today with a double. Torben Vokey went 1 for 4 with a single. Darton Meeks 0 for 2 with 2 walks, hit by pitch. He also was a strikeout victim and flew out to short. Jagger Dotson 0 for 4 with an RBI walk. Jaden Byers 2 for 4, 2 RBI, including his 2 hits being doubles. Turner Wooten went 0 for 3. Preston Perez went 0 for 2. Chasen Bullard 1 for 2 with a double. Easton Turnipseed 0 for 3. Ty Sloan 1 for 3 with an RBI single. They pitched Darton Meeks, Torben Vokey, Easton Turnipseed, Ethan Thornburg, Kyler Morris, Dax Hendricks, Maddox Johnson. They threw 7 pitchers today. They struck out 5 McAlester batters, walked or hit 7. No errors by the Wister defense. They had 7 hits. Keep all those stats in mind, by the way. Buffaloes go to 15-17-1. Jackson McKinney went 0 for 4 today. Spencer Stinchcomb 1 for 2 with 2 RBI on a walk and a sac fly. Denver Durant 0 for 4. Gunnar Hodgel 2 for 3 with 2 RBI. Those 2 RBI pulling McAlester within 1. Cole Labus followed it up with an RBI single going 2 for 4 on the day. He tied up the game and sent us to extras. Gavin Brumley 0 for 3 with an RBI ground out. Parker Dusenberry, he went 1 for 3 today, had McAlster's first hit. Blake Judkins went 0 for 3, and Blade Smith went 1 for 2 with a triple. Between Max Harmon, Brody Parker, Grant Mullins, and Denver Durant, as we saw 11 total pitchers today, 7 for Wister, 4 for McAlester. Buffalo struck out 5. They walked or hit 7 batters. They had 7 hits, 3 McAlester errors. This was as close to a tie as you could possibly have with ties. Unofficial stats, official score is 6-6 in a tie. Unofficial stats, 7 hits for Wister, 7 hits for McAlester. 5 strikeouts for Wister, 5 strikeouts for McAlester. 7 free passes by Wister, 7 free passes by McAlester. The only difference was 3 errors for McAlester to none for Wister. But it was as close to a tie you're ever going to find, and McAlester did tie this game 6-6 in 8 innings. So your final thoughts before I give mine, and we'll wrap this up and get ready for our final home game of the season, according to McAlester Athletics, Friday senior night against Muskogee.
Yeah, I thought it was a great fight, especially in the 7th inning from McAlester. I feel like if we did go to a 9th, I feel like McAlester may have won it there. But I completely understand the decision to go ahead and just call this one a tie and get Bishop Kelly's JV team out here on the field.
And because McAlster's JV is playing Bishop Kelly's JV in just a moment. McAlester needed this.
Yeah.
Wister has only lost, and I don't want to hear that they're Class A.
Yeah.
Wister is good. And you were mentioning Rattan is a Class A team. They have been beating
Wright City,
and they've been beating these teams up in 5A and 4A, and they beat them kind of on the regular every year. You see Class A and B schools beat these higher class schools because in baseball, unlike what you see in football,
even basketball,
if you see these Class A schools, they're as good as we know that they are, they'll go and regularly beat some top teams in some of these higher classes.
I mean, because I know Fort Cobb Broxton, they've got a kid who's going to be a first-round MLB draft pick this season.
So the fact that the McAlester Buffaloes were able to, I mean, they were a runaway. They were a base hit away from being just the 3rd team this year to beat the Wister Wildcats.
Pretty impressive.
And they did it in come-from-behind fashion. McAlester didn't lay down and die after how rough Friday was. I mean, you had 2 blown saves to lead to 2 losses, 1 in extra innings. you needed something to be able to pick you up, and you need a spark to be able to really bring you into the postseason because, as we've seen, McAlester had a really rough start to the season, 2-7. Then they won 12 out of 14. You saw what this team can be. But then you also saw what his last 11 games have been, 2 wins in their last 11 games. This is a team that is going to be streaky, and we knew this going into the season. They've got talent, but when you have young talent and you're trying to navigate the young talent, you are going to have hiccups, you're going to have highs. And today, you kind of had all of it through 7 innings. So
8 innings.
8 innings, you're right, in 8 innings today. But the Buffaloes being able to come back down to their final strike twice against a pretty good pitching staff and a great defense in Wister, and still being able to find a way to tie it up to give yourself a chance to win in the 8th inning, it's a step in the right direction. Because Wister, in my opinion, they're a better team than Batiste that beat you. They're a better team than Broken Bow, I think, that beat you. And they're right up there, right alongside Pryor at that kind of level. So to be able to tie a game like this, it's weird to say not win or loss, but to build a tie game like this, to be able to get yourself even into extra innings and to be able to have that kind of fight, it shows that McAlester might be getting back to riding that high. They're right around the bend. Maybe they can get back to that level.
They're on the roller coaster, like the hill's starting to go up.
Yes, and so they have 2 more regular season games, senior night against Muskogee on Friday, and on the schedule, according to McAlester Athletics, they travel to Oklahoma on Saturday at noon. That's what it is according to the schedule before they go to postseason play at Bishop Kelly. And we know how good Bishop Kelly's been this year. McAlster's going to have to bring this type of game, this type of finish in the 6th and 7th innings. They're going to have to be able to do that, I mean, for at least 3 wins. At least 3 wins to be able to get you to the state tournament. Can it be done? We're about to find out. Can you thank our sponsors one final time? And we'll wrap things up here on this Monday night in MacTown.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford, W.E. Alford Propane, Fenton Nissan in McAlester, Big John's Auto Repair, The Bank N.A., First Realty, Freeze and Flare Heat and Air, Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress, and JP All-American Outdoor Contracting, LLC.
First pitch time today was 3:56. Final pitch time was 6:15 for a total game time of 2 hours and 19 minutes. A big thank you to our board operator, or operators in this case. We had Wyatt the Cadillac Kid and Austin Sweetweed back at the KND Studios on Electric Avenue in McAlester, as well as Nate Brown on the camera this afternoon. And thank you, the listener, for spending your Monday night with us as well. One final time for Mike Deak Field in McAlester, Oklahoma. It was the Buffaloes 6 and the Wildcats 6 in an 8-inning tie. Until Friday, when McAlester has senior night at 5:45, first pitch scheduled for 6. This is Brandon Green saying, don't just have a great night, have a Buffalo night, everybody.